Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
What up, everybody?
What up?
You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
Go ahead and introduce.
You know what this is episode 132 of the iLLogical Sense podcast with your boy Busby.
And over here is your boy JC No.
Alex! And Martine.
Yo.
And you know what time it is.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Yeah, we're spoiling everything. Everything. How much money did it make?
Shit.
How much money did it make?
Hella.
Well, we talking about Avengers Endgame.
Oh, no, yeah. If y'all listen to the last episode, I said exactly what I said. We're spoiling everything.
Yeah. So, normally you would expect these numbers after the first month.
Maybe 500 million. Maybe 500 million the first week. Maybe. See,
Yeah.
like how listen how we just casually said 500 million.
Because that's what it did last year with Infinity War.
It did like 200.
It did 560.
Oh, worldwide?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So in America, out here in 3.5 days, because you got to count that Thursday.
all that Thursday.
It's 3.5 days.
Yeah.
Right. 4 days now.
Ish.
$350 million
They made back their budget in just 3 days.
in just our country.
One weekend. Wow.
Now when you go outside, everywhere else.
Everywhere else, everyone put their beef aside. They put everything aside. It was no more wars.
Everywhere else where they measure everything by kilograms and not labs.
Unless you spoiled it, everyone was at peace. And then we had peace.
$1.2 billion.
And Robert Downey Jr. gets a percentage of all that.
Where's my cut?
What's my
Shit.
how many times y'all see the movie?
Twice.
I saw it 3 times.
I synced it once.
That's because of yesterday. But if you saw it on Thursday, you would have been just like me.
Yep.
Where do we begin? So, when I went to this movie, it was like a lot of tension in the theater-ish with the fans. Because they didn't know, because everyone was I turned off my social media, I didn't go on nothing. All the people that saw it beforehand, they were just like, even Rossi was just like, I can't even talk about this shit without spoiling it, because they don't show shit in the trailers. They kept it very vague, just for that reason.
Yeah.
That nigga hit me up when I was like, oh man, they really get into the first showings. All right, I'm off. This nigga gonna tweet me, I'm texting you everything.
Shit.
I text him back with the fucking the Ricky Smiley gif. Leave me alone.
JC nearly ruined it for Martine. We had to save him because,
well, fortunately, Martine took our warnings a few weeks early.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because we told Martine since we've seen it, like, yo, just mute the chat because I don't know what.
Yeah, because me and JC started just talking like single-handed. So he meant to send me something, which was a spoiler, but he meant to
ultimate spoiler.
The ultimate spoiler. And he meant to only send it to me, but he accidentally sent it to the group chat, and my eyes got big, like, oh no, you sent it to him. And then we just started blowing up your phone.
delete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Don't go in the chat.
Yeah,
Big
I just
spoiler.
saw hella notifications, 4 missed calls from Busby and shit, and I was just like, damn, what the hell? Did something happen? What'd I miss? Like, what the fuck is going on right now?
I mean, we took your word for it, and it was like a nerd camaraderie. Don't spoil the movie.
Yeah,
you said
hashtag
definitely. Don't spoil it, and you said we were gonna fight. So
yeah, I'll punch you in the throat.
See, niggas were getting punched in the throats. People were spoiling. Did you read all those reports that people were spoiling the movie and getting jumped?
Yeah, I saw that.
I said
that's
Tokyo,
just crazy, but I understand it.
In Tokyo, some dude was being an asshole and was just screaming the spoilers, and he got jumped and he went to the hospital. I saw another video of this dude in the theater, these black dudes in the theater fighting. Another one in a school, in a class or whatever, and they were arguing with some nerds, and he was like, "You just spoiled the movie," and punched his fucking glasses off.
I saw that one. I don't know if it was real or not, or if it was for jokes, but I had a good laugh.
Man.
Dude hit somebody's boy and was like, I just saw the movie. You want to know a spoiler? He's like, okay, just one. And he's like,
oh no.
And then he goes, I saw your girl there with another guy.
Shit.
That's a spoiler for that
Like I
ass.
said, what the fuck?
Okay, so what should we be? Okay, overall feelings of the movie.
That was good. It was definitely lived up to the hype.
Oh yeah, it lived up. It was just
It was an emotional roller coaster.
from the very first scene. Hawkeye with his family, with his daughter. I thought his daughter was just gonna get snapped.
Dude.
Oh no!
I knew his family was got.
I knew it was. I thought it was just gonna be his daughter, but then as he turned, it was just the visual of him turning around
like
and they were just gone.
Just the way it happened. Like, you see one daughter's gone, then you turn around the other way, and it's like everybody's gone.
Yeah.
And then you heard the little thunder shit when he did it. When Thanos did it, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yep.
And then it just did the little Marvel Studios logo. I was like, "Oh, so welcome back." Because I literally just got done watching Infinity War the day before, like, what's it called, like hours before. So it was like, oh, welcome back.
Yeah. I'm glad people putting respect on Ant-Man's name.
Well, you took a picture with him?
No, I'm saying, no, just in general, his role throughout the whole movie.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
his first two solo movies, people were like, "Oh, it's not really needed." And even I was asking you questions like, "Do I need to see it? Do I need to see it?"
You kind of did.
And fortunately, I actually went and saw them earlier this week.
Okay.
And I was like, "Ooh, the quantum realm." Yes, I know.
I know something now. I know something. I get it now, people. I got that. I told everyone if you need to see Captain Marvel, no, you really don't, because she wasn't really in the movie like that.
I mean, for just the purposes of how the Avengers actually started,
Yeah, but for Endgame,
not really. Nah.
I mean, if anything, just watch the post-credit scene, and that, that's
Yeah.
online. And they took that, and that post-credit scene wasn't even in the movie. But man, what were your favorite moments from the movie?
When Ant-Man went up Thanos' ass.
It didn't happen. I know you wished it. You know you wished it happened, and that would have been the end of the movie.
Nah, I'm playing. The whole scene where they go back to the first Avengers movie.
Oh yeah, the audience fucking applauded. As soon as we got Back to the Future Part 2 on us, I was like, oh, so they can go back to the first. Oh, that's what we're doing. Okay.
Yeah, the whole scene was funny, just from jump when they look at Hulk, start smashing stuff.
Hulk's
All right.
just like, all right, fuck it. What do you think about Professor Hulk? That's his name now. What do you think when you
That was a
first
funny
saw
way
him?
to portray him.
No, I looked at it as this. Thanos whooped Hulk's ass so bad that he meshed his fucking brains together and he got fucking straight. It's the equivalent of George McFly punching Biff. Because as soon as you punch Biff, you go back to 1985. He's like, "Hey, Mr. McFly," that's fucking Hulk now. Hey guys,
Hulk got humbled. Yeah,
Hulk got
I
humbled.
can see what you're saying about right there.
He got humbled.
Like, I identify with that shit though. Like, seriously, because I'm a nerd. But you piss me off, bro. It's bad.
Yeah, so he's like, "Hey guys," and then he goes take the picture. Oh, come on, take a picture with Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Everybody say green.
No, he's okay. Hulk smash, Bruce. That little pose he did.
Oh, he's all dab.
What else is there? Yeah, so to go back to that scene, somebody, I don't know if it was a true report or if it was just somebody talking, but I thought it was actually cool to read, where they said Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, they
They're the only ones who know the script.
no, they improvised the Captain America ass lines.
I probably believe that shit. Yeah, that part. It's
America's ass.
America's ass.
Part, right?
And after he whoops his own ass and he looks, that is America's ass.
That was a great moment too when Cap went against himself. I wanted Hulk versus Hulk. I thought we were preparing for that one. Professor Hulk versus Hulk and shit.
He's too washed. Current Hulk was too washed.
Nah.
Not old Hulk.
Nah.
2012 Hulk would have whooped that ass.
No, that's what I'm saying. Current Hulk was too washed for me to enjoy that if they went that route.
Yeah, probably.
Nah, you know who was washed, man.
Who? The big Thorbowski?
Yeah.
The big Thorbowski. I thought, I was just like, oh shit, he's fat now. But then if you really think about why he's depressed, I mean, you lost your fucking race, you lost your brother, you lost your fucking what did you lose? Oh, you didn't aim for the head, and yeah.
Aim for the head too late.
That first 15 minutes was pretty much the trailer. The first 20 minutes was the trailer, pretty much. Damn near.
I mean, there was little bits and pieces
At the
sprinkled
end,
in,
but it was basically
overall, it was
that.
the first 15 minutes.
And then it was
Well, when they found that nigga, somebody said it best. It was like, Yo, so for real, we just gonna go here, and after everything Thanos did in Infinity War, now this motherfucker's picking potatoes in $400 Yeezy outfits and shit.
He was growing weed, man. That's how I looked at it. He was living out his retirement. Had his armor in the rafters and shit. He's like, I'm done. What else you want me to do?
And then Thor sliced his head off. I was looking, I was like, huh?
That's the movie. Can you imagine that was the ending for Infinity War?
Shit.
No, because it was just crazy. They just showed like it was funny. They whooped his ass, and then Captain America just walked up in there like, nice place, nigga.
Yep.
And then he's like, where are the stones? Nigga, I destroyed them bitches. What? Yeah, I'm inevitable. And then you know, Nebula was like, oh, he doesn't lie. See, I always liked you, daughter. Fuck you. And just sliced his fucking head off. And I was like, I remember the whole audience was like, what the fuck? And then it was just like, and it just ended, and it was like, what now? It said 5 years later, and I was like, oh, this is where we're going.
Yep.
Oh, okay. And then you fucking see Captain America in an AA meeting.
See, man, you need to stop saying that shit. That wasn't no fucking AA
It was
meeting.
in our narrative, it was.
That wasn't no AA meeting.
Nah, man. That's like a don't kill yourself meeting and shit.
Suicidal prevention.
For real.
Yeah.
That was
Suicidal prevention, keep on going.
Yeah.
Keep hope alive.
That was the Russo brother, by the way.
Was
the
it?
gay dude? Yeah, that was the Russo brother. That's what my boy Edgar was telling me. I was like, yeah, you know, he's still from the 50s, right? So as soon as he saw that, it's time travel.
Yeah.
Let's just do something real quick. But yeah, everything was just fine. They went back in time. They did all that fucking shit. Go back to the previous movies, and then were y'all shocked when Black Widow died?
No. Once it was clear they were both going back there, I was like, well, somebody got to go.
Exactly.
My homegirl was like, one of my homegirls told me, like, I don't give a fuck about both of y'all, so y'all better figure this shit out. Figure this shit out. I don't care. I'm cool with either of you gone. I never really cared about y'all.
Yeah, I was like, okay, it's either Black Widow or it's MAGA Hawk. Like
MAGA Hawk? He's not MAGA.
Man, fam, that haircut was
Hey,
MAGA.
bro.
No, that was Jersey Shore.
The arm sleeve was MAGA.
That
was very douchey.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be MAGA. That was more of a Jersey Shore fucking nigga. But it was just funny because it was just like, because he had more to lose. Well, he already lost everything. He lost his family, and he already killed a lot of people, so the police were looking for him. So he became a vengeful Batman.
As it kept going, and then once Hawkeye looked at her sideways and was like, I think we're talking about different people.
You know what they should have
That's when I was
did?
like, oh, Black Widow's gonna go.
You know what they should have did? They should have said 1, 2, 3, not it.
Somebody said the red motherfucker was just standing over there sitting like Bran, just watching it all play out.
Pretty much. That's pretty much what he was doing. Just chilling there, just waiting. Like, I don't care. Just die, bitches.
We get into GOT soon. Don't worry about it.
Oh, we'll get to that.
We're getting there too.
Oh, we'll get to that. But yeah, so Black Widow killed us. Hey, they have her blood on the fucking shit too. She died the same way as Gamora. The same fucking way. Oh yeah, Gamora's back too. But she's from the past, the 2014 Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy, before she met Peter Quill and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I just love the way she came back into the movie though.
Oh yeah, whooping
As
that
soon as
ass.
she comes back, straight kick to the nuts.
Well, yeah, that's when we get to the final battle. But anyway, yeah, fucking Howard Stark.
Huh?
Tony met his dad, which was a good moment. Looking back, that was a really good moment.
Yeah.
When he talked to his dad and shit like that. And
Shit, officially, Ice called that. He did a podcast either a couple months ago or a couple weeks ago. He said, I got one prediction, and he goes, Tony's dad makes an appearance.
man, he was right on that. Yeah. It was it was very Back to the Future ish.
Yeah.
Especially in the part when he gets in the car and he's like, yeah, I was like, yeah, he looked really familiar. And I was like, oh, that's an ode to Back to the Future.
I don't know about you, but I knew going into it, Tony was going to die.
I mean, we all knew.
Yeah.
They gave it
once the meeting between him and his father happened, I was like, that was sweet.
I knew he was gonna die.
Let's see how much time he got left now.
We had 3 hours. So I knew he was.
We had an hour and a half now, so let's see how long it takes.
I knew he was gonna die when Pepper told him flat out, like, I can't stop you no more. And I was like, he already had his family. He lived his life post snap 5 years, so he lived 5 years with his family. So it's like, and his contract is up. So
Well, yeah, that part.
yeah.
Nah, but for me, is because I kind of know the comics pretty well. Mm-hmm. And once I saw that he had a kid, I was like, oh yeah, that's it.
He's done.
He's done.
Yep.
Love you 3000. I was like, oh shit, okay,
Yep.
Andre. But Yeah, we just prolonged it. So we get to the battle. Like, oh yeah, not Thor. Hulk was the one that brought everyone back. I was kind of shocked about that. I was like, damn. He put the glove on and he was like, ah! Like he's taking a massive shit.
A big green shit.
Big green shit.
You saw that breakfast.
Oh, that was,
For real.
That was a huge breakfast, man. Like, y'all gonna eat those eggs? Eat those eggs, bro. Oh, the part with the tacos, when the tacos flew out of Ant-Man's hand. And then he kind of just casually walked. He was like, here you go. Here you go. He's like, here you go. And my whole theater was like, oh, I was like, we all saying all to Hulk after how many movies? Shit. But anyway.
Last one. When Hulk was trying to get the time stone.
Yeah. Oh,
I forget the
old girl from Doctor Strange.
Yeah. And she backed that.
Let's talk this again. Let's talk about this again.
Let's start over.
Let's start this shit again.
I was like, damn, now this nigga between the quantum realm and death right now.
But that happened in Doctor Strange. But,
no, yeah. But I was like, damn, they got him too.
Yep. He was just like, okay, let's talk about this shit again. And then you explain the whole time travel shit.
I'm sorry, but we need this. No, change your tone real quick, motherfucker.
Come on, man. Yeah, change your tone real quick, don't you? So, anyway, keep calling him Thor. Fucking Hulk snaps his fingers and brings everyone back with the Infinity. Because they get them all, spoiler, obviously.
If you ain't saying at this point,
1.2 billion.
Yeah, that's your fault.
That's your fault. But anyway, so they get all the stones, even though, there's some questionable time travel shit, which are, whatever. It's just a fucking movie. Just go with it. And snaps his fingers, everyone, and, Hawkeye's phone rings. It's his wife. He's like, oh, it worked. And Hulk's like, oh, he looks up. And who came back? Motherfucking Thanos. With help from old school Nebula.
Nebula being the wild card because of her past and then connecting to the future. That was actually a dope concept to put in.
It was funny when she was talking to War Machine. She was like, oh, who else got to wait for? And she was like, I'm not the only one looking for them stones.
Who the fuck else here?
Who else is coming? Who else is looking? My father, my sister, and myself. And then when I was sitting there, she should have said, and your mother. And your mama. But so
it would have been even funnier. My father, my sister, myself, and Terrence Howard.
Oh shit!
Not Terrence Howard. So Nebula gets kidnapped or whatever, and Thanos, old school Thanos, 2014 Thanos, the reason why he knows everything because the old 2014 Nebula and the present Nebula, they share Wi-Fi, I guess. Is that how?
Yeah, when you're a robot, you same characteristics,
same Wi-Fi. So
it's sci-fi, so I ran with it. I ain't questioned
just go with it.
No, exactly.
So he pretty much looked over Nebula's, what she was seeing,
her hard drive,
and he was just like, "Oh, that's the Avengers." Okay, and then he fast forward and fucking saw what happened to him, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, that's Destiny." He's like, "Oh yeah, that's Destiny. I do get all the stones. Oh, for sure." And then he sees his head get chopped off, and he's just like,
Destiny fulfilled.
Destiny fulfilled.
Now let's go kick their ass.
That's pretty much what he was calm. He didn't even flinch or nothing. He wasn't even sad. He was just
First of all, there's Thanos that we saw in Infinity War.
That's
and then there's Thanos with the hands that we saw in Endgame.
He had the hands.
This motherfucker didn't have no stones till the very end, and this motherfucker was whooping everybody's ass.
Even if he didn't have the gauntlet, he was still whooping ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
he whooped Hulk's ass in Infinity War.
He had a stone.
True.
But he wasn't. He didn't use the stone.
But he had them already, so that makes him the most powerful.
He only had one, but I know what you mean.
Whatever.
Yeah. So, fuck. So anyway, he blows up the Avengers headquarters. Just blows that shit the fuck up. It's all gone. Just destroyed. Like I was just like,
message.
How's that a message?
It looked like a war zone.
Ain't nobody fucking with the Avengers no more. Russo Brothers like that shit done. You better enjoy it while it's here. Oh, you didn't enjoy it? Too bad. It's blown the fuck up now.
That's why I wish we had the flex bomb. Boom. So blows that shit the fuck up, and I was like, damn, how they all survive? And I was like, okay, of course they all want to survive. I don't know how fucking War Machine or Ant-Man survived, but it was like, okay, just go with it. So all of a sudden Hawkeye woke. Yeah, that's how Hawkeye did. And Hawkeye just magically found the fucking Infinity Stone, the Infinity Gauntlet or whatever, and he's running. Explosion shit happens, and then Gamora kills herself, but she doesn't disappear. But just go for it. Just go with it. So
no, Nebula,
my fault. Nebula, but Gamora's kind of.
She doesn't disappear because they came to her time.
Yeah. Which
So
is
when
smart,
you go to somebody else's time, you can.
I was confused by that. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Time travel.
when I saw her get shot, I was like, wait.
Doesn't that mean you disappear?
Yeah, didn't
No,
you just
I
kill
read- no.
yourself? Like, what the fuck?
I realized it because I was like, well, wait a minute. That only works if you kill her in her time, because then that stops your president. When they come forward,
You're dead.
you on my turf, motherfucker.
You're on my time
Gotcha.
now.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
See, that made more, and they even explained the whole time travel shit. Like they explained. They said in a
But see,
nutshell.
on a side note, let's
Yeah,
talk.
time out.
Let's
Let's
talk
talk about time
this.
travel.
No, I don't even want to talk about time travel.
Time travel.
The fact that became so much of a question and so much of a debate. I was reading all those shits from all these nerds across, and I've been on record of saying many
DC
times
marks.
you cannot. No, it was even Marvel
Oh
fans.
yeah.
You cannot
please, them.
please hip hop or sci-fi nerds. There's no pleasing them across the board. So just do what you do. When they were so fixated on that, and I was like,
but
y'all cool with a raccoon that's driving
Talking.
in space and,
Seriously,
and talks.
how did
like,
he not get squished?
Rocket
You know what I'm
Man.
saying? No, but
Yeah, I know.
if
He's
you
a
want to go
rocket
there,
man.
if you want to go there, how did he not get squished? Like, how did he survive that fucking
even
that shit on top of him?
Even
like, nah.
Black Widow just said, I get emails from a raccoon, so it's not that
Yeah.
far
Yeah,
fetched.
yeah. No, like I said, I mean, I'm not tripping on it, but I'm like, for people who are talking about the time travel shit, how are you not complaining about fucking Rocket not dying?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, and another thing,
that point.
Captain Marvel is in this movie for like 3 scenes. So there was, when I told y'all not to see Captain Marvel, I was right on target. And also another person who wasn't in it a lot. What's her name? Old girl from Black Panther, bald head. How do you say her name? Okila?
Okoye?
Okoye. Yeah. Black folks were so pissed off when the poster came out and you saw her on the poster. And why isn't her name on there? So they put her name on there. And then you watch the movie, she's barely into shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, why were y'all mad?
Because
Niggas. Exactly. The same people that wanted Black Panther in the middle of the fucking Infinity War poster. And you saw how that turned out.
There's powerful niggardry at work.
So, anyway. Fast forward, everyone's getting fucked up. So then Fat Thor,
came out looking like Fat Magic.
Shit.
and then Tony gets fucking Captain America. They all come together, and he was just sitting out there waiting for him. He saw him because Thanos was just sitting there. He's like, "What are you gonna do?"
Chilling.
He was just like,
For
"Well, I'm
real.
just gonna wait because I know someone's coming. Like I know they're coming. They ain't
No
dead.
stress.
Yeah.
No stress.
Like I'm just gonna wait." And he had his helmet on his little fucking staff sword shit, just chilling. No, I'm just gonna wait. And he's like, "What's he doing?" Just sitting there. And he's like, "So we all in agreement that we all gonna kill this dude?" And they all, Captain America straps his shield.
Like I said, you couldn't live with your failures.
No, I'm talking about the part. And then like Thor gets,
Yeah.
Thor gets his hammer and what's it, Windbreaker or Stormbreaker? What's it called?
Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker. He gets them both. Thor gets his hammer back. Don't ask how. He just got it.
He went back in time.
Back in time.
He went back in time. But I was just asking, what happened to the other Thor in the past? Like, was he just like?
Because remember when they put the stones back, it erases what
I know,
they did.
but I'm just thinking of that in that time period. Can you imagine the Thor in the past just doing his shit and this shit just flies out of his hand? Like, what the fuck?
Who the fuck just took my hammer? Son of a bitch.
Bitch. He's like, I'm still worthy. All right, bye-bye.
Because Donald's just chilling there, and then
Sunday.
like, is he the most quotable villain?
And then
you
what
could-
did
you could think
what did
of?
he say? He was like,
It's like you couldn't live with your failures, and where that leads you, right back to me.
that's some gangster shit. That was some gangster shit to say, even in the past.
Round of a goddamn applause.
Yup.
Because he was so calm. And then,
Josh Brolin did a hell of a job with Donald.
Oh, fuck.
God
yeah.
damn, he did a great
Round of
job.
applause for the CGI,
Hell yeah.
too.
Yeah.
All the CGI, man.
Yeah.
That shit
I would forget.
crazy.
I would forget that that's a CGI person. I'll be thinking that's a real ass nigga, but I mean, Thanos is a real ass nigga. And the part I caught the third time I saw the movie. That there was a part where Captain America goes to meet Black Widow, and he was going like, "Yeah, I crossed the bridge today, and I noticed the ocean was actually like a lot more clear. You see the dolphins. I saw another shit's more cleaner." And I just thought about what Thanos said when he said that now that I got rid of half the universe or half the population, the planet got better. It was more livable.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, "Oh, that's good writing. I just noticed that." Oh, I was like, round of applause. That was great. I caught that. No one else caught that. But I'm like, so Thanos was kind of right in a way.
And then rewinding real quick, how they played Captain America when he went rogue in the comic books in the elevator.
Oh, the hell.
Perfect.
Yeah, because my audience applauded because when he went to the elevator, we all thought, "Oh, Winter Soldier, he gonna beat these niggas up." And he was just like, "All right, well, I need the staff." Hey, what do you mean we need the staff?
It's all good.
It's all
Don't
good,
worry
bro.
about it.
Hair Hydra. Oh, for sure, you one of them. And then he just walks off. My whole audience just applauded and shit. I was just like, oh, that's gangster. That's dope. So anyway, Thor gets the hammer, he gets the windbreaker, whatever the fuck it's called, and they got all this shit. And it was a handicap match against Thanos, and Thanos washed all of them without just
whooping their ass.
That's
Thanos with the hands.
Knocked out Iron Man, and then Thor had both hammers, and then he fucking got one of the hammers away, and then he got the Stormbreaker, and he was about to get on his chest, and all of a sudden you see Thor's hammer just move. It just levitates, and I remember I was watching it because I was just caught into the moment. I wasn't really thinking. I'm like, why is that levitating? Who's moving that right now?
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, of course, obviously.
Levitate.
For real. This is my heritage. And he's flipping it. So yeah, that levitates, and it goes past. Give me that hell. Give me what I want. So I was just like, oh. I was just like, why is this levitating? And then it goes past both of them.
And knocks Thanos on his ass. And then as it clears across.
And then Captain America grabbed the fucking hammer.
Nigga said, hail, hammer.
Shit. My theaters, I literally yelled, oh shit! It just got...
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay fucking calm.
You know what I just thought of would have been the most gangster shit?
What?
Is if he grabbed that shit and they played Slaughterhouse Hammer Dance right in the background.
Oh, shit.
And then at that point, I just went, because it was just crazy. He knew how to use the hammer.
He's spinning that shit.
It's spinning, nigga. It's spinning.
He spinning, nigga.
He's seen Thor do it so many fucking times. It's like, you gotta learn.
He just learned.
Shit.
And he just started whooping Thanos' ass. I was like, this is happening. He knew how to do thunder, all that shit. And because it's a callback from Age of Ultron, because you remember when he almost lifted it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and then Thor was like, I fucking knew it. So whoops his ass, and then Thanos whoops his ass again.
Yeah.
Do the hammer away, and then got the shield, and then Edgar pointed this out because he was starting to break that. He was starting to break the shield, and then Edgar was telling me, wasn't that made out of vibranium? I'm like, yeah, I told you, he's a hateful motherfucker. Nigga, some nigga power is gonna help you.
This nigga magic.
Shit. So he breaks the shield, fucks him up, and then Thanos looks at him again and it was like, this, and paraphrasing, he was like, this was just business. It's like, I was just gonna do this to help y'all, but you know what? Y'all just fucking irritating right now. So fuck all y'all. And all of a sudden, his huge fucking army just teleports down there.
They back.
Like they all came back. And then
all the fucking spaceships and everything.
Everything. Like he said, I'm just gonna wreak havoc. Yeah. I'm gonna enjoy this. I didn't enjoy doing all this shit before, but now I'm going to enjoy this shit.
And now everybody's looking at it like, fuck. Okay,
so
like, no, don't do this again. Please don't do this.
So Captain America gets his shield.
Not like this.
Yeah. Not like this. So Captain America gets his shield because Thor's knocked out. Tony Stark knocked out, so he just gets up, straps his shield, and he was like, he could have just said, I could do this all day. It was hella funny when he's going against his clone. His clone said it. He was like, yeah, nigga, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
He's like, that is annoying. But he could have just said it right there, but he was just like, fuck it. And he was about to go. He was limping, and all of a sudden you just heard...
breaker.
No, also you just heard, she's like, Cap. And I was like, is that fucking Papa Doc?
He's fucking Papa Doc.
He's always gonna be Papa Doc to me. I don't care who the fuck he is.
I know,
it's Sam.
But still.
It's Papa Doc.
It's Sam.
It's Papa Doc.
Cap. It's Mr. Sam.
Is Mr. Sam there?
Mr. Sam's, Cap.
Mr. Sam.
Huh?
Shit.
You smoke crack, don't you?
Shit.
You smoke crack, don't you?
Mr. Cap, it's Sam's. It's Mr. Sam's. Huh? You're Mr. Cap, ain't you?
You Mr. Cap, ain't you? You smoke crack, don't you? What is this turning to Lean On Me? Endgame?
It was Lean On Me. They had to lean on every fucking body.
So, no, we get into that. So, I'm just going to do my emotions. So I was like, oh shit, at first I thought that was Bucky, but I was like, it's Papa Doc. So then all of a sudden he's like, to your left. He looked, because there was a whole callback to Winter Soldier. Looks to his left. big ass portal. Doctor Strange portal comes out, and who the fuck comes out? Motherfucking Black Panther.
When I saw Black Panther came out, I was like, "Oh, the niggas is back."
The niggas he just walked out. Him, Shuri, and Okoye. He don't say nothing. He just looks, nods his head, like, "My nigga, I'm back." And then I brought the niggas with me. And then the shit opens up even more. You see the whole Legion of Wakanda, and that's when I smiled. I was like, I know what's about to happen right now. Then more portals opened up. You see Asgardians coming back. You see the Guardians of the Galaxy come back with Spider-Man. That's when the crowd just cheered. And I'm like, this is really fucking happening. And then Doctor Strange's people came out. Everyone came out. Doctor Strange came and he looked at his boy, Long, right? That's his name, right? Mm-hmm. Yang? He looked at Yang like, is that everybody? Huh?
His name is something. I don't know.
Some Asian.
Yeah. Wong came back. I was like, Wong came back. My sister was like, "Oh, now he want to show up again."
He had to get the niggas. He had to get the niggas back. And he just looked. Is that everybody? He's like, "What? You wanted more?" When he said everybody, he probably thought the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and fucking the Defenders.
Cage. No.
Jessica Jones. No. Daredevil.
No.
Nah, bro.
Nah, them niggas stay on Netflix
for real.
Then y'all stay. They probably got snapped. But anyway, so he brought them all back. Everyone was there, and it was this big ass picture of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe.
My theater was jumping at that point.
I was like, looking. Oh my!
Yeah, but at that point I was like, oh my god! Until everything was there, and then Steve was like, Avengers?
He's like, Avengers!
Assemble! And at that point I was like, let's fucking go!
And then Captain and then Black Panther's like, yeah! His mask comes on, and I was so then there's more people that showed up. Then Gwyneth Paltrow fucking shows up, and I'm like, wifey!
Oh yeah!
I was like, wifey here too! Let's go!
I was like, finally, you put that fucking suit on.
Yeah. And then Giant Ant-Man comes out with fucking Rocket and War Machine and Hulk, and I was like, oh my god! And you see Rocket just like hanging off War Machine with his gun. That was like a great ass image. I was like, oh my god! I was sweating like I'm doing right now because that moment was so fucking crazy. Like I was like, oh my god. Oh my god, it was like too much. It was like an orgasmic feeling, like, oh my god, here we go. And then they all ran together, and they're like, let's go. So they were just charging at
running,
each other.
I don't know if you saw, but I saw M'Baku start taking the lead, and I was like,
nigga, don't get him, nigga. What's the dude was like, let's go. I was like, they ain't ready for us, nigga. They ain't ready for us. They ain't ready for us. What's the dude got I'm getting my check. Yeah, he was right in front. Like, he was like, he wanted all the smoke. He wanted all the smoke. And then it was like a live image of the Super Friends. You remember in the Super Friends cartoon where they're all where they all ran into each other?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it was.
Yeah, nah, you right.
And then everyone just started fighting. Madness, Batista just fucking stabbing niggas. Seriously. Iron Man and Iron Woman, wifey just do some couple goal shit and just back to back, just blasting everybody. Everyone just fighting. Spider-Man coming back. And then Spider-Man goes up to Iron Man, and he's like,
my shit right here.
He goes up to Iron Man. He's like, yo, hey, Mr. Stark. Like, all crazy. It was crazy. Remember that part where I turned to dust and I was crying and shit? Yeah, but I came back, and Doctor Strange, it's been 5 years, so then he does a little twirly shit. And then,
that little twirly thing he always does.
and then he hugs him. And he's like, oh, this is nice. This is nice.
And then we thought it was done, but it was like, but wait,
there's more.
And that nigga said, activate kill mode. He said, fam, what?
Oh, yeah. Instant kill. It was absolute, and then Wasp showed up too. I forgot about her. It was absolute madness. And there was a part where Spider-Man had the Infinity Gauntlet, and he was on top of he was on Valkyrie's flying horse, Pegasus.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, hey, how you doing? Oh my god! Because it was the most wild. It was like a live action comic book. It was like, what the fuck is going? That was me nothing.
Black Panther took it and ran it like it was a fucking, like he was Reggie Bush at USC.
He's like, give it to me. What did he say? He's like, give it to me. Give it to me.
Give me the rock.
Give me the rock. And then he's just sidestepping and then stomping.
I wasn't invited to the combine tonight. Give me the rock.
Just running, duking everybody, and so all this shit's going down. Madness is going on. So then Iron Man goes up to Doctor Strange and he's like, what is he saying? He was like, so that whole shit that you saw in the last movie, is this it? He looks at him. If I tell you, it's not gonna happen. You better be right. Mm-hmm. And Doctor Strange looked at him like, mm-hmm. So,
fucking Doctor Strange is so smug.
So then,
piece of shit.
So then, all of a sudden, what's his name? Oh yeah, and Thanos hit Black Panther, obviously, because he's racist.
What the fuck?
Because he's
all right.
He can't be racist when you're purple and his costume's
I was
purple.
gonna say, man.
Nah, he's
the same creed.
Hey man, I remember Infinity War. He wiped away everybody, but when he saw Black Panther, he picked him up and punched. It said "nigger" and punched him. Watch it.
He said that?
Yeah,
I thought it was gentrification until I realized he was purple too, and I was like, nah, that's just another nigga coming to the block and claiming the set. So he walked up like Joel Santana, ran up on my block now, all right, kid. You heard me quite clear.
So then all of a sudden, someone else fucking hit Thanos with something, and she flies down, and it was Scarlet Witch. Mind you, I was pissed. I just got done watching Infinity War, so I just saw her see her boy die. So she looked at him looking like Beyonce, like, who the fuck do you think I is? Said, you took everything from me.
Nigga said, bitch, I don't even know your ass.
I don't even know you. This is just new to me. I don't know who you are. And then he's like, oh, you will. And then she just does some super magic shit.
Levitate.
Started stripping him naked. Like you know when people get their ass whooped? She started stripping him.
For real.
This is gangbanging.
Yeah.
101.
Just stripped him
gang
naked.
wars.
And then he calls up to his ship, like, just shoot at everybody, but the soldiers shoot at everybody. So the mothership is just shooting down on everybody. Doctor Strange people put the shields up. Everybody's shooting. All of a sudden, they stop.
And then
Stone Cold showed up. Yeah, you thought that was it just keeps
Which
going.
is why to me, it was still important to see Captain Marvel.
yeah.
Like you can say all of it. I know how you feel about the movie. I feel the same way. It was rushed, all that. But at the same time, it was important to see that movie just to see what she was actually capable of doing.
Because she came in like Stone Cold and just destroyed the entire mothership.
She ran through with that. My name's Karen, but I date black guys haircut.
She was like Ellen DeGeneres, man.
Yeah. Just wait for fucking Lil B to come out and start chanting Ellen DeGeneres.
So she destroys all that shit, and then she's wrecking havoc, and then Spider-Man's still trying to run, and he's like curled up to a ball holding the Infinity Gauntlet, and she just lands there, and she's like, he was like, hello, I'm Peter Parker. He's like, hey, Peter Parker, got something for me? And then, gives her the Infinity Stone because they need to go to the time machine or whatever. And then the other great part, she's like, yeah, it's like, there's a lot of people. And all of a sudden, O'Callaghan and Shuri, I'm fucking up names. I'm so excited because it's just fucking wild. They all had the fucking... they had the guns and shit. Well, she's not alone. Then you saw fucking...
Then City Girls started playing.
It might as well have,
the bad bitch anthems.
Like,
Wasp shows up. Then you see fucking Scarlet. Then you see old girl from Guardians of the Galaxy.
I don't know if you caught it, but they left a wide
females.
space open for Black Widow.
Oh, no.
I don't know if you saw that, but there was a wide space in between one character and the next. I forgot what it was.
Shit.
There was that wide space. Somebody pointed that out, and there was like, that was where Black Widow was supposed to be.
Damn.
And I was like, respect.
Yeah.
That's just and they all just came together. It was this girl power.
They came into formation.
Seriously, that's what it was. You should have heard
Lemonade got dropped on all streaming platforms.
And they all came together. And they charged and they fucked everybody up. So anyway, it's getting to the end because shit's looking bad. So all of a sudden, the Infinity Gauntlet's on the ground. Thanos picks it up, about to put it on. Captain Marvel said,
No.
pretty much grabbed it and it was stopping him from snapping his fingers, about to break his fucking fingers, and he's just looking at her,
punching her, and she ate that shit and just stared at him.
Just stare.
For real. That was some gangsta ass shit.
It didn't even break a sweat.
Seriously.
Nice snap, bitch.
I was like, oh, is that hard? Is that all you can do? So she kept.
Nice punch.
Yeah.
I thought he headbutted her. That was a punch. Whatever.
That was a punch.
Damn. Even he was just like, oh shit. Still snapping it. He's about to break his finger. So then he was like, what can I do? Popped the fucking Power Stone out and punched the shit out of her. I was like, oh damn. Oh, that's bad. So she's out the picture. He picks up the gauntlet, puts it on, and all of a sudden Tony Stark comes out of nowhere, grabs his hand, and he's struggling, and he kicks him in the nuts, throws him away, and he looks away and he says, I am inevitable. Snaps his fingers, nothing happens. He's like, what? Turns around, no more stones. Go back to Tony. All the fucking Infinity Stones are on his Iron Man gloves. How it happens, I don't know. Just go with it. And then,
hey man,
and he just,
his best trait, he's a pickpocketer. They saved that shit for the final scene. And the fact that all 22 films over 11 years culminated to that
referenced
3 fucking words.
And then he was just like,
It's
4. What's 2 words? Iron Man's 2 words. I am Iron Man.
I thought Iron Man was 1 word. I thought Iron Man was Iron Man.
No, it's 2 words. It's split. It's Iron and then the man.
Either fucking way.
He just looked at it and said, I am inevitable. And Tony was like, and I paused, looked at it. I thought he was going to say, I'm a god. But he just looked and said, I'm Iron Man. That's what you should have just heard. And then Thanos and everyone turned to dust. Everyone started turning. He did the reverse snap.
And half of Tony turned to dust too.
But we get to that part. Anyway, so then all of a sudden everyone's turned to dust. Thanos is just looking at everything. And I was just like, round of applause, Thanos. You put up a fight, but you gotta die. Yeah. And he just sat down, looked around, turned to dust.
He smiled before he turned to dust, though. Did you see
I saw him smirk. Yeah. He smirked a little bit, like destiny fulfilled.
He's like, fuck.
There's a lot of villains smirking this weekend.
Yeah, he was kind of just like, oh well, I'll be back. No, you won't. You gone. Or but dead. Then he turned to dust. Then you look at Tony, and half his face is all scarred up. And, Spider-Man goes up to him, and he's just like, we won, Mr. Stark! We won! And then, Gwyneth Paltrow kind of shoos him away. Sounds fucked up. And
get the fuck out of here, rodent.
Little spider.
If I spray your rage your ass.
And then looks at him and just says, everything's okay.
You can rest.
You could rest now.
Yeah.
And then he dies. Just like that. And in my theater, you could hear a fucking pen drop, and I just heard a whole bunch of people sniffling and crying. I'm like, y'all niggas really crying? He's still alive, but it was just like how it happened. It was just like, damn, he was Jesus.
Well, it was like I had to. It's not that I had to explain to Larissa, but just to help her understand, I was like, you got to remember, for some of us, we were still teenagers when this whole saga started.
Yeah, 2008.
Yeah. So when people cry, like, I get it.
Yeah,
because
we grew up with them.
Yeah, literally. I mean, to go back to real quick when we touched bases with Fast and Furious 7. And Paul Walker passing.
Yeah.
A lot of people cried. For the most part, it was because of Paul Walker. But in retrospect, a lot of it had to do, which was, okay, this is really the end of an era for my friends and I. Because that used to be some shit that me, Jerome, and Hilton used to see every time it dropped.
Yeah.
So the fact that it was like, okay, now this is really legit over. You just, you're blessed if you can make a connection with the audience.
Yeah.
For one film.
Yeah.
You do it over a fucking saga of 22 films.
Seriously.
You're legend at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he dies, then they do a funeral, and then they do the little funeral and shit. And I guess he does like one final message on the little hologram of his helmet, because he did it just on some just in case shit. Because Tony's a smart ass, so he just then he said I love you, and he kind of looks like he's looking at his child, and he was like, I love you 3000. And I was like, that got me. That part kind of got me. And then, they do the little memorial service, and they have the little...
For those who haven't seen it but still listening, because you're an idiot, his daughter had said that she loved him 3000 at the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Gwyneth Paltrow Pepper has the little thing, and she plays it off. And then that little part when they cut to basically everybody from all the movies, it was like something out of a fucking comic book. Because first you saw, the Avengers, like Captain America and all of them, and you saw Spider-Man. And then you cut, and then you see fucking I'm going out of order. You see fucking...
You just saw everybody.
Everybody.
But it was separated by movie.
Yeah,
separated by
their... Did you catch Old Boy from Iron Man 3? Oh, you didn't catch when it gets to the very
little
part.
Boy in the back who was a teenager and standing solo.
He was right behind the shield. He was right in front of the shield, right behind the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Wait. What?
He was all grown up.
You remember in Iron Man 3, the little boy that helped rebuild his suit?
Oh yeah.
He was that kid in the back.
I got you.
I remember when I first saw it, like, who's that kid? And then I thought it was like, oh, that's Old Boy from Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
They went back that far. I'm like, oh shit. And it keeps going back, and then the last person you see was a bad motherfucker named Samuel Jackson, not Nick Fury. Samuel Jackson.
Stupid.
And throughout that the whole cast that you saw Oscar nominated people.
Seriously.
Grammy award winning people. Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Yep.
A WWE champion. Fucking like
niggas. A Detroit rap hip hop champion.
Like, who?
Papa Doc.
Papa Doc, yeah. nigga, that's, yeah. So it was just like, oh my god, this is crazy. This Robert Redford was in the fucking movie, man. I don't know how they got that nigga. Natalie Portman was in it for like 2 seconds. Just showed up for 2 seconds and then got rid of her.
Yeah, in this one.
Yeah, Oscar nominated. You got Oscar nominated actors and actresses showing up just for that. Shit, just for a little quick check.
That was a goddamn pause, man.
Seriously though.
So then after that, Spider-Man goes back and fucking Thor is gonna go with the Guardians. She gave over New Asgard. She's to Valkyrie, to Tessa Thompson.
Yeah.
Then then we go back to the Thor. He's gonna join the Guardians and shit like that. The Asgardians of the Galaxy. It sets up Guardians of the Galaxy 3 pretty much.
Then we see New Wakanda.
Yeah, I call that Epcot. That's what that looked like.
Niggas said New Wakanda.
He's been gone for 5 years, so shit got upgraded and more crowded again.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So then
colonizers are there.
So then it goes to the time machine because they have to. Wow, bro.
They're not. It's been 5 years.
Fucking colonizers though. Like,
so then,
say white people. Shit.
So then we go back to fucking Captain America because he had to give back he had to go back in time to get all the stones back, give all the stones back to this proper time period and shit. So he looks at what's his name? Sam, Papa Doc, and he's like, yeah, I'll be back, whatever. And he looks at, Winter Soldier, Bucky, and Buck kind of knew what was going to happen. He was like, I'm going to miss you, bro. So goes back in time, and all of a sudden Hulk counts from 5, he doesn't come back. And Bucky kind of looks to the right, see an old ass nigga sitting on the bench. Go, and who was it? Motherfucking Joe Biden.
Yep.
He's running for president.
He kind of did look like him. I ain't gonna lie.
He looked like Clint Eastwood a little bit.
Yeah, that too.
Or Charleston Heston. He looked a little of all that. Yeah. Like, oh shit! And pretty much he just said, "Yeah, well, what happened, Cap? Did everything go good? Oh, it went well. I just decided to have a life now. So I don't know about y'all niggas."
With the hard ER. Because he went back to a time where it was the foundation of Make America Great Again, which was Make America Great. That nigga was Mag Steve.
Max in our narrative. And in JC's narrative, Mag Steve.
No, it ain't in my narrative. Nigga was having that, don't commit suicide hotline meeting. Saw the dude was in a gay relationship. Said, I'm not taking this shit no more.
Can you imagine? Edgar pointed that shit out.
Over the edge.
Can you imagine? He shows him the shield. He shows Sam the shield. He's like, yeah, I'm going to give it to you. See this shield? And he's like, oh, you're going to give it to me? Not in my America. And all of a sudden, and he looks at Bucky, and all Bucky goes, shoots him in the head.
Bucky just looks at him and puts a fucking clan hood on.
Whole different movie. And Steve Rogers becomes a fucking emperor. Like, what the fuck? Because he looked old. Like,
how did we get here, man?
I don't know. You got dark minds. Shit. But anyway, he pretty much he passed the torch to Sam. Papa Doc's the new Captain America, and it sets up Bucky and Sam's Disney Plus show. And then he was like, "Oh, you gonna tell me about her?" Because he showed the ring. He's like, "Oh no, I ain't gonna tell you shit." And it cuts back.
He snipped his finger.
So then it cuts back, and if y'all saw the first Avengers movie, the last shot he said is that he owed somebody a dance, and that was Agent Carter. And he go cuts into the house. Peggy.
He was looking through the blinds like fucking Jim from The Office.
Oh yeah, when he went back there watching her. Anyway.
And then I saw that ass, and I was like, yeah.
She got titties too.
I would have did the same thing, for sure.
And then he gave her that dance and kissed, and then it cut the credits, and they were playing some old school music on there. I never thought I'd hear some old school like music playing, 50s music playing, because and that was it. Then they had like a little curtain call with all the credits and shit, and there was no post-credit scene. Only thing you heard was just like a ting ting going back to Iron Man. But after that, that was the end of an era. That was Endgame, people.
Yeah.
I sat there and I was just like, round of applause.
Yeah, no, definitely.
10 years, 11 years, man. That's fucking just, what can you say? What can you say to that? Like, DC. I remember during that final battle, like the last 20 minutes, I just went on Twitter and said, fuck you, DC.
That's all you can say.
Honestly, yeah.
That was supposed to be their moment. This moment should have been their moment. And it was just like, and I'm noticing all the people that are dissing this movie is DC marks. That's all it is. They're just DC marks. They can say all that they want about the time travel shit and all the other shit. What this was an achievement in film. I said this about Infinity War. I'm saying this with more so on Endgame. This was an achievement. Like, fuck.
I mean, 10 years in the making, bro.
You feel me? Like 22 fucking films in the span of 10 years. I'm getting that on box edition. Edition.
Fuck yeah.
All 22 movies?
The whole saga in a collector's box? I'm down for that shit.
Nah. Disney $6.99. Shit, what the fuck am I gonna keep pay some more for that?
But you know,
you got a point. But I mean, as just a collector's item type
collector's
shit.
item, if you're a fan of it, yeah,
I definitely will.
I'm not a fan. That's just gonna collect dust up.
Because you're not gonna watch it all. Because you're too digital. You're too futuristic. I have a DVD. Anyway,
I got a Blu-ray player.
A Blu-ray. You know what I mean? Yeah. All that shit.
I'm just saying. Some shit, I get it. You want to own it, but I'm like, look, I'm paying $6.99, and all them shits is gonna be there.
I get you.
I'm not shoving out.
I get what you're saying.
Dollars.
It's kind of like, you know how you go out and buy vinyls or CDs and shit. It's the same thing for me with that. You know what I mean? With the comics.
So I say that. What do y'all rank this in your DCU?
Top 3.
You mean MCU?
MCU. My fault. MCU.
Top 3.
So what's number 1 for you?
It's either Infinity War or it's second Captain America.
Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Okay. You?
Infinity War is still my favorite.
It's number 1?
Yeah. Like, I like the whole movie. Like,
yeah, of course.
No parts of it drag for me or nothing.
That's how I feel about this. It's like, to me, the top 2, in my opinion, is Infinity War and Endgame. Yeah. Like, back to back. And Infinity War just by a very small margin, just off the ending. Because it was a really, really dark ending. And I like it. And it was different for a superhero movie. Like, we saw it in Star Wars. Different. We saw it in Star Wars and other shit, but we never saw this in like a superhero movie. And you call this like a 2-parter, or was this like it's like a sequel-ish?
Bro, it's not 1, it's not 2, it's fucking 22.
Yeah.
Like, legit. It's a 22-part saga.
Yeah. Not counting Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and, well...
not counting all the other extra shit.
Yeah, that's if you really care, even though they don't really matter. But after this, they said Phase 4 is... The end of Phase 3 is going to be Far From Home in July. So that's going to wrap up. And they say it literally begins right after Endgame. Literally minutes after Endgame. So pretty much it's going to begin probably after the funeral. You know, when what's his name? When Peter's about to go on his vacation and shit.
Right.
Damn, man.
Didn't he end going back to school?
Yeah, with his boy. And he got snapped too, probably, because he still looked the same. Because it's been 5 years. His boy,
that was a trip, though, because, I mean, they were in high school, right? Mm-hmm. So 5 years,
but they all got snapped. If you could just write it off saying they all got snapped.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, his boy got snapped.
The ones that didn't, the ones that don't matter, that was just extras. They went to college, did their own thing.
Yeah. So Zendaya got snapped. His boy, pretty much all his friends got snapped. So, wasn't that selective.
We'll go with that. Yeah.
Let's go with that.
I mean, it makes sense because Hawkeye's whole fucking family got snapped. So why wouldn't a whole group of other people get snapped?
You feel me? So, yeah. But, man, round of applause. So, social media was interesting, to say the least, when it comes to this movie. I already told you people were like not trying to spoil the movie. And I remember like weeks before the movie came out, people were spoiling the movie. And I tried my best. I did my best not to read none of it. I even tried to spoil it myself and read a Reddit rundown of the movie, and it was completely wrong. So thank God for that.
Why the fuck would you try to spoil it for yourself?
So no one will ruin it for me. So I took the power in my own hand.
That's horrible.
I did that for Infinity War, so I knew the snap was happening.
Once again,
it still didn't. Well, like you said, it doesn't really when people spoil shit. For you, it doesn't really fuck up my shit.
Yeah, like it doesn't, to me anyways, it doesn't fuck up my experience of actually watching it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but like because you are very different with spoilers compared to me.
To an extent. Anyway.
To an extent, motherfucker, you've been, oh my God.
I know, but no.
Like, all right.
But for certain movies, I kind of want you to go in like blind, and if I really fuck with it, I want you to go in blind and be like, yo, you need to watch this shit. Like Us. Sometimes I wish me and JC didn't spoil it for you. I wanted you to see it for yourself. And then make, all that other shit.
Here's my take. After this film, and after last night's episode of Game of Thrones, I'm putting it out there. You got an hour before I start telling shit. That's basically how I feel at this point. Because there was a heightened ass sense of entitlement
For real.
for these motherfuckers on a fucking platform that is not required for you to breathe, eat, shit, sleep, and go about the rest of your aspects of your life.
It's not vital.
It's not.
It's not fucking vital.
Like-
you don't gotta go on Twitter. You don't gotta go on IG. You don't gotta go on Facebook.
Log the fuck out.
Seriously.
Did I not say it right when we ended the episode last week?
Log out.
And you were like, I was like, oh, they're starting shit. Okay, I'm out. Bye.
Yeah.
I logged out. I was
you
done.
You still kind of chimed in.
I chimed in a little, and this is how I did it. As soon as I opened up the app, I went straight to my icon and was tweeting from my profile only, so I wasn't looking at the timeline.
You're smart.
That's what I did on Thursday.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and I only did it select times. It was mainly playoff time,
Game of Thrones,
and then random shit.
Yeah.
Like it was just like here little quick stuff. But I was not focused on that. I got the hell off.
My timeline, people on my timeline, I could tell they were on the right side of history. So, and I was very careful of my words, of what I said. Like, oh shit, people spoiled shit. But I was so calm. Like, oh, don't say this because someone will come in my mentions. I was like, I'm gonna be calm, and if they do it, I'm not gonna read it. I'm just gonna report their page. That's what I did.
Nah, see, here's my thing. When Shady McCoy,
that was some asshole shit.
When he spoiled it, it was some asshole shit. Don't get me wrong,
he did it hours after the premiere on Friday. Can you imagine if you literally took yourself off and you're preparing for that Friday's showing, and then you randomly log on Twitter and you look at LaShawn McCoy and he just literally said R.I.P. Not one tweet, not two tweets, but 3 tweets spoiling the movie. And I'm just like, my nigga, what? And I had to let everyone know, like, don't go on his page. Because niggas were still atting him.
No, it's some asshole shit. But at the same time, who the fuck is you to tell somebody else what they should and shouldn't tweet?
That's true.
I get you on that.
And like we said, it's been a year. We tried to tell folks, don't fucking log on until you've seen it.
Yeah.
It's not like the film, just magically came about like Thanos out of a fucking different dimension. It's they're like, here it is.
But then on the other side, when it comes to LaShawn McCoy, because he got huge backlash for that shit, and his only reaction was, well, you don't have to follow me. So then
that's good. I salute that.
But then, same time, I'm thinking about it, and I'm going like, no wonder why your ass got fucking traded. Because you're not a team player. You just think of only yourself. Okay.
Nah, he got traded because he was a nigga. In your narrative, when Thanos was running around picking on Black Panther, that was Chip Kelly picking on LaShawn McCoy.
Same shit.
Yeah.
Well, my narrative.
No, but what made it
I'm
like
laughing. Just
like I said, no. I was like, okay, it's an asshole move. Until I started looking at the thread, and people that were cussing him out had already seen the fucking movie.
Because he ruined it for other people.
It doesn't matter at that point.
I'm going from their side.
No. But I know
what you're talking about.
At that point, I'm like, well, what the fuck does it matter? You didn't see it, so you saw it. Who cares? And then I started thinking about it more. I was like, who am I really protecting here? Blue Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, MAGA? I got to protect all them too?
It was black folks too.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I got to protect the whole, including everybody else. Nah. Now I finally took the initiative where I'm like, look, y'all gonna get an hour, and if I want to talk about it, I'm gonna fucking talk about it. You shouldn't be on here. Period.
It's easy to log off.
Dude, like
it's
I said,
really
I did that
easy to
shit
log
since
off.
Thursday.
See,
I was off of everything. Well, I was on Instagram because that's my shit.
It could have been on Instagram too.
But there wasn't.
I know you follow the right people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there wasn't nothing about no comics at all.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You had a fucking teacher who wrote this big ass scroll of a goddamn note and put it on her fucking classroom door, telling the kids, "I'm not seeing this film because my brother is on a business trip and we're not going to Wednesday. So I swear, if you spoil it," and I'm like, okay, let's examine this real quick. First of all, you're putting all of your faith into
a movie
under 18-year-olds. So you're putting faith into under 18-year-olds. That's number one. Number two, I'm pretty sure where your brother's at, there's a movie theater there too. At this point, it's everybody for themselves open tonight.
Pause. I told you that from jump about everybody for themselves. It's like, no, I could tell you're an only child.
That was for opening night.
Yeah, for opening night.
My sister was available for opening night, so we went.
Okay, but
if my sister wasn't available for opening night, everybody for themselves.
You would have. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to tell everybody.
So there was just like a misunderstanding between you
two.
There was a
misunderstanding. No, because you were saying, oh, it's everybody for themselves. And I was like, well, I don't really count that because we just went 4 hours later.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was saying. Like, if it was a situation where I wasn't going to see it opening night, like, nah, man.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I'll catch you later. You got to see it by yourself.
I was specifically thinking opening night, very earliest showing.
No.
Yeah,
opening night, if you have the chance to see it with your day ones and your folks. No, by all means. I have no issue skipping out the first 3 or 4 hours.
You said you were going with your sister, so I didn't want to fuck that up. You were going on Sunday, so I was like, never mind from.
But when she's telling these kids, my brother is coming up from his business meeting and we're not going to go till Wednesday.
See, like, who gives a shit?
Hey, pause. There's one part that happened at the theater that kind of broke my heart. So they had people waiting outside and shit, right? So like, you know, the ushers that cut the ticket. So this family came in and the daughter was like, "This is not gonna work. I'm telling you, it's not gonna work." So then the usher scanned the tickets and it was like, "Oh, this is for Wednesday."
Oh.
And she was like, "I fucking told you it was for Wednesday." And I was just like, "Oh, you hate to see it. Bye bye."
Oh, should have went
to see it.
Oh, they came in though for the early spot. Man, that broke my heart. And I was like, and then she was telling, "I told you it was for Wednesday. Why weren't you listening to me?" It was Hispanic people too, but so they were cussing each other out in Spanish and shit.
Oh man, that must have been fun to watch.
Oh yes, it was.
Oh, they weren't on Twitter.
but they came in my theater like later on. But it was just
and then people were saying I was in the wrong for saying that brother and sister should have just went and seen it the first showing by themselves, and then on Wednesday went to go see it together.
See, there was a couple that this dude that was sitting next to me, and he brought his wife. Notice he was sitting next to me. His wife was sitting on the completely other side of the theater. He was like, "Yeah, she wanted me to wait till Saturday," and I was like, "Nah." Because there was separate seats. So yeah, for 3 hours, I'm by myself. I'm single. She's right over there.
Oh shit, yeah.
She said hi. She was like, "Hi."
See, that's cool.
Yeah.
Another one though, I was like, "Fam, you pushing it." Because he's telling his wife, "You could go with me, but you can't eat, you can't drink, you can't get up and go." And I'm like, "Fam, so you gonna tell Big Nick behind you who's chomping down on a fucking hot dog to just shut the fuck up? Because we know you ain't got the heart to do it."
It was like these nerds,
bro. Like, get the fuck out of here.
People got so entitled. Like, don't spoil the movie for everybody. Don't do it. Y'all can stop that. And I'm like, this is the most anticipated movie. This is the most anticipated movie, I guess, right now ever. At this very point, you really consider that one of the most anticipated movies like ever? Right, just for the response.
I'll put it up there. I'll definitely put it up there.
Up there was episode 1, the very first episode 1. But episode 1 didn't live up to the hype. This one literally lived up to the hype.
Well, I would say it goes above episode 1.
That's what I mean.
There's 21 movies.
Yeah.
21 goddamn movies
10 years,
leading up to
10 years in the making,
or 11 years.
But
21 movies leading up to 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then that's that.
Yeah, because episode 1 was like the first Star Wars movie in like years and shit. But I know what you meant. So it was like at this point, everyone's gonna talk about this. There's no fucking code where you can't like spoil a movie. Everyone spoils shit, B. Especially if the movie was trash. So, nigga, like, and people were saying, well, some people make their living on social media and da-da-da-da. I'm like, nigga, who the fuck is you? Just stay offline. It's like, dude.
People make their living off of social media. They could have easily kept making your living off social media if you woke your ass up at 6 o'clock in the morning when the tickets dropped.
True.
Oh, I got life, I got kids, I got this.
It must not be important to you bitch ass nigga.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I view it. Am I wrong? If you didn't want to see it by the end of Friday, it wasn't that important to you. Let's keep it a buck.
Let's keep it. Shit.
For me,
this was a year in the making.
Because I know I saw it on Sunday, so for me it was a little bit different.
How about opening weekend? Just opening weekend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you watch opening weekend,
okay, let me rephrase that.
Problems.
Let me rephrase that. If you want to stay on social media.
Oh, yeah. If
you had not seen that shit by the end of Friday,
or
it
Thursday
was not
night,
important to you.
Thursday night, Friday morning.
I get what you're saying because you wanted to see it with your brother.
Yeah,
cool. I get it. That's fine. And I'm proud of you. Round of applause because you did it the right way this year compared to last year.
Yeah, you've been out the door.
Yeah.
Me and JC have been high-fiving each other, laughing.
Because last year I wasn't really on the show until the fucking Avengers came out, and it was just like, well, fuck. I didn't know. No, but see, I didn't know how deep y'all were going to go with that shit, and I was just like, fuck. I missed out on a fucking good ass time. Matt, we're watching a fucking movie this weekend.
Yeah, Edgar saying he didn't care when Spider-Man saying that he was gonna die soon and shit.
See, like that type of shit, I would have went back and forth with that motherfucker, bro.
He wouldn't have
real
cared.
shit.
He wouldn't have cared. But yeah,
I don't know where the sense of entitlement comes from, but it's
So you saying good time to speak about spoilers is after the movie?
At this point, I will be speaking. I'm not holding anything back anymore.
Depending on how big the movie,
movie.
This is a huge movie, but it was like any other movie. It's kind of just, you could have just said, yeah, just, this, that, and the other. It is what it is. Go see for yourself. Depending on if you give a fuck about the movie enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but even then, it's
at your own discretion.
You're not gonna doctorate me. On the content I put on my page.
Yeah.
Like, that was one thing I actually had to look at, because all this week I was like, yo, it's true. Like, don't spoil it for people. Until these motherfuckers really had some entitled ass views, like, oh well, it's some of us, we have to work, and I'm like, I've been working 60-hour weeks.
You could have requested that day off.
3 months.
You could have requested that day off.
Yeah.
If you really care that much.
I've been working 60-hour weeks through 2 or 3 different jobs for the past few months.
You don't work all fucking day. Like, no one does that shit.
And my thing is,
they had showings at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning, dog.
They had showings literally for the first 24 hours.
3 days
at least for the Great Mall. Because the fucked up thing about the Great Mall was, so I saw it. Sheree and I saw it Thursday night. Then I went solo Saturday morning. Friday night, the fucking power went out at the Great Mall, and they said people were. One showing was 2 hours into the movie.
So
it was right before
everyone called it the snap in Infinity War. We call Endgame #that scene.
Yeah.
That's what we call it. That's before that scene happened, the power went out.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And
so I was looking
about that because my homegirls and shit, they went to the fucking Dave & Buster's. So they were snapping when the fucking power went out and shit, whatever. I was like, oh, it sucks for you.
When that happened,
and I was just like, wait. After you mentioned it, I was like, wait. Oh, shit.
When that happened, I was like, see, when God tell you get your ass up and get somewhere, you don't second guess that shit and be like, oh, but I'm going to make some time here. Nah.
That's exactly what I
yourself.
thought. That's exactly what I thought. When tickets went on sale, I'm like, this is different. This is not like because this movie is not like any other movie, any other superhero movie out there right now, period. This was a very unique experience, unique watch period. And my mom's like, I'll go watch the movie. I was like, nah, I'm not going to see it. She's like, why? Because you only saw Black Panther. And you're not going to understand everything that's going to happen.
Yeah.
You have to watch 22 movies. Karina wants to go see it. And I said, have you seen all the movies? Well, I saw half of them. Seriously, I know you're lying to me. How many have you seen? I saw 5.
Like, all right, fam. I've seen half the movies. And then before this one, I jumped it up to 14 out of the 21.
See, that's a good amount.
All right, yeah.
And I skipped Iron Man 3. But see, that was the thing. I didn't recognize the kid until you told me. But it was just that little minuscule part where I was like, okay, that's not much. Like, that's sentimental, but it's cool, whatever.
Yeah.
This is fan service to the 1 millionth power. A good fan service. Not no little fucking... It was Easter eggs, but it was just like, if you know, you know.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was a good bow on everything. It was the end. And that's how I felt about Return of the Jedi. The end. But, the saga continues.
So who's taking the reins now?
Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
they said that's what Kevin Feige said. Captain Marvel is gonna be the new.
I believe Black Panther's gonna be a hot number 2.
Probably gonna. She's gonna be just like.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt that too.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why. Why do you think he was the first one to come out? He knew what the franchise was.
You also can't forget is that Captain America is still around. You know what I mean? Like the actual.
No, he's done. Steve.
No. Until all them white folks start calling the police on him.
Oh shit!
Oh, you talking about?
Exactly.
Papa Doc.
Papa Doc.
He's Papa Doc.
I mean, they're getting their Disney Channel or their Disney show, Plus show.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh yeah. So they're getting Disney
but
show.
He ain't the original.
Because he's gonna be.
There's a reason why he's getting the show, and Black Panther 2 is gonna be out in theaters February 2021.
There's levels to this.
And then you can't forget Spider-Man, dog.
Well, he got levels too.
Yeah. Now, a lot of levels.
This is why I told you that trailer should not have came out in January.
That was another thing. People were complaining about the spoilers, and I was like, yo, Marvel actually kind of spoiled it for everybody with that goddamn trailer.
They really did. That's why
because you know how nerds were. They got to examine everything, and once they start examining the check and realized it wasn't, it was saying Pepper. And everybody's like, oh, he dies. And it's like, well, why y'all complaining about Shady? You knew he was going to die.
Or just people, period. No, I was just like, like I said, they should have attached it as the end credit scene just to let people know it's coming on some Back to the Future 2 shit. That's what they should have did. Like, attach that trailer, just a little 1-minute trailer, just letting people know, Far From Home is coming.
Yeah.
But like I said, they just jumped the gun because they want Sony. I feel that was from Sony.
So is the Black Widow film going to be a prequel?
We don't know. That's the question. This is my theory. I feel like it's going to be kind of a prequel, but kind of in between. Because I think Steve took the stone back, right? The soul stone. So soul for the soul. So what? As soon as Hawkeye disappeared, he showed back up, and I think he probably made an exchange with Red Skull and said, "Yo, take the stone, but bring her back." And probably he brought her back to some time period or brought her back to the present, and she doesn't remember anything because what's his name snapped his fingers.
Possibly, but you gotta remember Steve and YG's cousin. They beef. So
Steve and YG's cousin. Oh, but you know, everyone changed. Everyone changes. Everyone changes. Because Red Skull's in limbo. He can't beef with him no more. He moved on from that.
Yeah.
And Steve is kind of
basically the Grim Reaper kind of.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what he is.
Something like that.
So
why did that nigga the orange stone instead of the red one?
What's up?
Why they gave him the orange stone instead of the red one?
That's the one he wanted. If you got to see the first Captain one, the Captain America, because Red Skull was really obsessed with.
Oh, that's right. No, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Anyway, but my theory is, this is just my theory. I don't know if it's true, but I think he's gonna go back. They're gonna show probably a scene where Captain America goes back to that planet, and he gives the Soul Stone back to the Red Skull, and he says, "You need to bring her back." And he has to make a bargain with him, not something for his soul, but he makes a bargain with her. Like probably said that's probably how he got old. You can't go back home. Oh, and he brings when what's his name? When old boy snaps his finger, Hulk snaps his fingers. Black Widow does come back, but she has amnesia. She doesn't remember anything.
That's possible.
You know, and Hulk could come back and try to help her and all types of shit.
But to make that theory happen, Steve would have had to gone for Black Widow, not Peggy.
But he had but he had to take back all the stones.
No, right.
Yeah,
but he knew, like you said, Bucky knew he was staying.
That's true.
That I'm saying the story would have had to been.
Yeah.
As a result, I'm just gonna stay here with Peggy then. But that wasn't his.
That was his
goal.
intent. But you know, they're figuring it out. Right?
Yeah.
Figure that shit out. And also, what's his name's gone to? Who plays Steve Rogers? Who plays him? Chris Evans. Yeah, his contract is up, so he's done.
Yeah.
He might make a cameo maybe now and then, but he gone. And Robert Downey Jr. is gone. And Robert Downey Jr. Round of applause. That saved his career.
Well deserved.
Is that the best rebrand we've seen so far?
As an actor,
recent history?
period, yeah.
I would say just overall.
Easily, yeah.
Overall, bruh. Like, he was going down a drain. He was always in court.
Like, he was coked out. He struck a lucky one with Tropic Thunder.
No, he struck it with Iron Man. What
I'm saying was he struck a lucky one with Tropic Thunder just off of the fact where it was like, oh, okay, like, this could be funny. Because if you think about it, nobody took offense to him being in blackface because we were like, we understand it's a part of the character.
I think Iron Man was the first one I got. That was his first, like, big time.
No. It was... Yeah, it was
of course
that.
It was Iron Man, but then like he's saying just.
But we didn't know what the Marvel Cinematic Universe was going to be at that time. We just thought it was like, okay, Iron Man.
Yeah, because Tropic Thunder was the next movie he did.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he did the joint with Jamie Foxx and then old boy from Hangover.
Then he did Due Date. That was funny. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Due Date.
Punched a little kid in the gut.
Yeah.
He's like, we cool? I remember that. Yeah. Then after that, it was Iron Man 3, and then he did the piano shit, the pianist with Jamie Foxx.
Oh yeah.
And after that, he did The Judge. After that, the other movie called The Judge, when he was talking to his dad. And after that, it was nothing but Marvel. He did nothing but Marvel, and in his contract, he gets a percentage of all the movies he's in. So every time a movie grosses over like millions and billions of dollars, he gets a percentage of that. This shit made $1.2 billion. Oh, you know he is.
Give me what I want!
He can retire. But he ain't gonna retire. He got another movie in store. He's doing that Dr. Dolittle movie.
They're gonna show up in future Marvels like goddamn Jedi Ghost.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised they give little holograms of him here and there.
For real.
Yeah. But what can you say?
They'll bring him back when X-Men come into the fold.
I forgot about them niggas. Fuck.
Yeah, no.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, Captain Marvel and Black Panther look like they're gonna be.
But you gotta remember,
future, but I mean, shit,
Iron Man, Captain
Professor
America,
X-Man.
No, but I'm saying Iron Man, Captain America, Hawkeye, Ant-Man. Those were bench players for the Marvel shit. Those were bench players.
Even the starters were bench players on other teams. If you think about it,
like X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Yeah, the starters for Marvel were bench players in DC.
Yeah. But the main players for the Marvel Universe was X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Spider-Man. Yeah. And maybe Captain America is like a sixth stringer, maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, but they managed to do all that shit and made all that money with bench players? Shit. I don't know what to say, man. But Kevin Feige, Disney.
I wouldn't call them bench players though, dog.
But no one cared about
being
no,
C-list.
but I'm talking about like if you're going back to the original comics, the Avengers is like the main thing.
But everyone, but the
No,
most
I mean,
popular.
but what happened afterwards was
the
you know what I
X-Men?
mean? Yeah, but the Avengers was like their meat and potatoes, pretty much.
But X-Men before X-Men became a Fantastic Four.
Yeah, before all that.
Speaking of X-Men, they showed the trailer for Dark Phoenix, and in the premiere night in the IMAX, they had like a little special montage of all the X-Men movies and shit, kind of almost on like a thank you shit, and it was like, oh, this movie's about to be trash for Dark Phoenix. But
yeah, I don't know about that one.
I'm still gonna see it.
Men
But
in
it's good.
Black looks like trash.
Huh?
Men in Black looks
Which
trash.
they showed another trailer when I saw it today. It was a different trailer, not the
Seriously?
snap, not the old snap.
Not the Missy Elliott.
Oh, that's the one I watched.
Yeah, that should look horrible.
No, okay, well, I liked it.
That should look garbage. Sheree looked at me and she was like, I'm not seeing this shit.
I am. Then they showed that Will Smith trailer, Gemini Man.
That looked good.
That shit looks crazy.
He's going against Fresh Prince Will.
Yeah.
Independence Day Will Smith.
Seriously.
That's who he's going against. That's pretty fire. Anyway.
The Battle of Life at Bel Air Prep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was just Friday and Saturday. Sunday was the other main event.
So I'll be back, guys.
Season 3. Oh, Season 3. Episode 3.
Season 8.
The Battle of Winterfell, a.k.a. The Long Night. That's what the episode was called.
80 minutes.
That's
That's
long.
an hour 20.
That was long.
That's a film.
That was a film. And there was barely any dialogue too. Just all fighting. And it was the Night Walker. Was it Night Walker?
Night King.
The Night King. The Night King and his
Night King
zombies.
and gang.
And gang. Pretty much what it was. And it was dark as fuck. Did you put your brightness up?
No, I enjoyed watching it dark.
Really?
I was one of the select few.
Did you have your lights off?
No.
Oh, wow.
Well, I had the lights off.
Oh, okay. That's how you. Okay.
Larissa only had the kitchen light on, but the living room light was off.
okay.
But even then, it was all dark, and I was like, I actually appreciate this because
You knew what they were trying to do.
I was like, if the characters can't fucking see, why the hell should I see as the viewer? Like, I should see it how they see it. If it's all fuzzy and shit, then so be it.
well,
Let's see who the fuck comes out this motherfucker then.
Yeah, and
Did you see the inside the episode?
I only watched like the last part of it when we get to that part. But yeah,
So the inside the episode, how they said I saw a lot of people bitching complaining about the first 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. They said they purposely did the 10 minutes like that because they wanted you to take one final look at everybody before it started happening.
but nobody died though. Nobody relevant died. That's the thing. Well, depending on how you look at it. No one
people died.
Yeah,
Like,
people
so-
died. Oh yeah, yeah.
Let's talk about Sam. This motherfucker's a liability.
Yeah,
Get
why-
him the fuck out.
Literally, he should have died.
He got to go.
He should have died. I don't know why he was
This
there.
motherfucker convinced Snow and
I could do it.
Was it Ed?
Yeah,
Convinced him, and then Ed has to come up and pull his ass up, and
because
then
he was
before
like,
you know it,
I'm scared.
Yeah.
Because you thought this was gonna be like Battle
I
of the
thought he was
Bastards.
finally gonna turn it on. I thought he was gonna become that nigga.
No.
And then Ed's like, get your bitch ass up. And all of a sudden he catches one to the back of the heart.
Yeah,
He's
then-
gone.
And I was just like, well, but
And then he sees a fucking Night Walker and and nigga ran away. We didn't see him anymore.
yep.
Bye,
Yeah.
Sam.
Bye, Sam. Bye, Felicia. Yeah,
Fuck out of here, Mr. Sam.
Oh my god.
Can we call that Mr.
Mr. Sam.
Mr. Sam.
You bitch ass nigga.
Bitch ass nigga. It's all scared and shit like
Go smoke
that.
crack, won't ya?
Yeah, smoke. It was just crazy when you saw when they put on when old girl, what's her name? The fucking lady,
Which one?
the one that put on the fire, who turned on the fire.
Misandry. It's Misandry or the. I might be confusing her with the black girl's name.
No, the white girl. The
Yeah,
white
no,
girl.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. She has a nickname. Isn't the red lady, red woman, whatever woman she is. Anyway, she fucking turned all the fire on her swords and shit. And I was like, oh, okay, here we go, it's lit. And then them swords got unlit very quickly. And I'm like, ooh.
Man, the Dothraki, bruh. Let's talk about the Dothraki.
That's the one that Cersei gave up?
No, the Dothraki was the ones that got the swords lit up.
Oh, yeah,
all the other
yeah.
shits.
Yeah,
let's talk about
Let's have a
them, bro.
dialogue about them. Let's have a dialogue.
If you had to compare them to any professional team, who would you have to compare them to?
The Raiders.
Because them niggas was looking 2003 Kings to me. They was looking 2002 or 2003 Kings to me. They was on they shit. They was talking heavy. They
all
was
that
really
shit.
big shit.
And they ran.
They got fire on them swords.
And
Then
got
they
sweat.
swept themselves really, really big.
They got swept.
And we ain't see them niggas since.
I loved all the
We saw 3 horses and 4 niggas
and
run
then you
back.
saw
And that
old
was
boy
it.
come back. What's his name? The friend zone nigga.
That's what we call him.
The friend zone nigga. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Danny's old boy.
Yeah.
Bodyguard.
I'm gonna look this up because it's important to know names.
Put the friend zone Game of Thrones and you're gonna see his face. Literally put that on Google. But anyway, old boy comes back and I'm like, oh, shit's getting real. And then the White Walkers, they ain't have no swords. They ain't have no bow and arrows.
They had teeth. The niggas had teeth. And that was it. That's all they needed.
And they just bum rushed these niggas. They didn't want to fight you. They just beat your ass.
Yeah, this wasn't a fight.
It was a massacre. That's what that shit was. And then you see Jon Snow and Dany just up on their dragons, and then he was trying to go up to the White Walkers, and the White Walkers looked up at him. Not even the Night King, just the Night Walkers, his henchmen. They looked up, and then they just controlled the fucking weather, and then they were all confused. You got his name?
I'm pulling it up right now. For some reason I go through it first time.
Yeah, and all of a sudden they're all getting confused. Now they can't see shit because they did have the fire and shit, but then all the fucking shit came out. I'm like, oh shit. So everyone's just it's just madness.
Everybody's trying to survive at that point.
Yeah, at this point, all 80 minutes, it's just fucking...
Like, you could tell the game plan, they threw that shit out at this point.
Yeah.
Everybody just got to fend for themselves.
Every
found out the hard way.
Who?
Ed, because he tried to save Sam, and it was like, nigga, you should have been looking out.
You should look out for yourself.
You didn't need to save that nigga.
Mm-hmm. So, who's old girl's name? The MVP, the little girl.
Ari.
No, not Ari, the other one. The one that was like, from Cleo from fucking Set It Off. When she went up against the giant.
Lady Mormont.
Man.
Yeah, she went out of motherfucking God. Right up a goddamn applause. She went out
too.
Yeah, Melisandre was the red lady.
Yeah, red lady. There you go.
Yeah.
And then who's the friend zone nigga? Danny's handsome.
Jorah.
I thought it was, Jorah. Yeah.
And I remember Barrett, the one that kept getting brought back to life, and had his, bandana hanging around his eye.
He died again.
That nigga was dying on the set. But then to find out why he kept getting brought back to life, and then find out why he died, I was like, oh shit.
So then,
I don't know about you, but that brought back some Hodor type shit for me. Where I was like, oh,
that's why.
Okay. So salute, my nigga, salute.
I love the basketball analogies everyone was doing on Twitter. That shit was fucking hilarious. Oh shit, they're on a 20-0 run.
Yeah.
And then when the red lady fucking got all the fire, it's like, oh shit, she made like 7 3-pointers and got him back in the game.
Dothraki ran in like, oh, they didn't do shit. Oh no, oh goddamn.
Oh goddamn. Oh no.
20-0 run.
20-0 So then the dragons show up, and then all of a sudden, Night King, then Jon and them chase the fucking Night King on the dragon, and then shit, I watched that episode 2 times.
Man, that nigga rolled up and said, I got a dragon too, nigga.
I got a dragon too,
nigga. Rolled up like he was fucking Blueface, said, you gonna respect this crippin', bitch. Dragon blew out them blue flames, and I was like, oh shit.
They did.
Yeah.
And they started fighting, all of a sudden that dragon just crash landed and died and shit. So then it was Jon Snow. I'm trying to think what else happened. Oh yeah, they knocked the fucking Night King off. Remember that? When he knocked him off his dragon?
That nigga flew back like he was fucking Bishop and Juice.
No!
Nigga let his thing go, just staring, just went back. Come to find out, this nigga just standing on the ground like nothing happened.
Just looking up. And all of a sudden, what's her name?
Danny.
Danny's like, how does she say it? Dracula? Daenerys, or whatever the fuck it is, and just lit that nigga up. And then I'm looking at that, and I'm like, is he gonna melt, or is he just gonna stand there looking at her like Luke did in Last Jedi? Matter of fact, that's what the fuck happened.
That shit cleared through. That nigga just stood there, then he smirked at her
and just went and just dusted his shoulders off. Like, you thought these?
But then somebody brought up. He said, "Oh yeah, it's like, fam, he threw that Hail Mary that connected only for him to throw that fucking spear like Nathan Peterman."
Hella miss. And then she just flew away because she didn't know what the fuck she was dealing with at that point.
Let's talk about the Night King though, bro.
Who went out more like a bitch?
Night King went out like a bitch. He did not want the fair one with Jon Snow.
Let's go back to that, because you remember when Jon Snow won. What was that battle called before Battle of the Bastards? What was that one when he had all those people with him?
It's just the battle.
No, but you saw it. Yeah. And you were just like,
no, I know.
And he had that one sword that killed the Night Walker. Remember?
Yeah.
And the Night King saw that, and he was like, oh.
But see, that's my thing. He didn't want the fair one, which lets me know he didn't have hands.
Yeah.
Thanos had hands with or without the stones.
He sure did.
And he sure did. Them. So I don't care if that nigga went out with dust. He shot the fair one.
That's why you give a round of applause for Thanos, because he gave you everything.
Night King was just a pure bitch.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, I'm still convinced he was a Targaryen. They just picked the bitchest Targaryen that they could find, and they shoved that fucking dragon stone in him, and then he's like, oh, well, I got powers now. So maybe it hides the fact I'm a bitch. But then Jon Snow comes out.
Jon Snow was running to him like, you gonna catch his face.
Jon Snow came out with a fucking microphone and like he was commenting, said, I can see the bitch in you. That nigga didn't want no heat.
That part when he was running towards him, because I knew when Night King kind of put his hands down like the Undertaker.
Yeah, and I was like,
get him, John, and he was running, get him. Oh.
But then I realized, like, wait, damn, you got to run 2 miles to get this thing. Oh, fam, nah, it's too late, bro.
And he was carrying a sword, so you know that sword was hella heavy. So he was trying to run, and then he stopped, and everyone was rised up like it was a Thriller video. And I was like, oh, they're gonna start dancing now, and then he just
that nigga just stared at him, looked at him. And then just turned around and walked away.
Just what? Deuces, bitch. You did. And not only did he bring them up, he brought all the other people that died too. And I was like, oh, oh, damn, that's fucked up. Oh, damn, that's bad. Oh, it's bad for all y'all. He brought up everybody that just died. He brought them up as more of his soldiers. I was like,
the gangster shit was... the gangster shit on behalf of Night King shit was when he was still flying the dragon and they didn't catch him yet.
Yeah.
So then as he's just looking down, he's like, fire? Nigga! The fuck is that? Nigga flicked his fucking finger. All of a sudden, these niggas dive down and sacrifice themselves again to make a bridge to get through the fucking fire.
That was gangster.
I was like, fam.
I was like, how can... And then got to the point where it just kept going and niggas were dying. Arya was running all over the place and shit. Like a horror movie, running away from everybody.
The Hound, once again. Mm-hmm. The Hound... Do something. Fuck doing something. We're gonna die.
We gonna die.
And then he gonna tell her that. And all of a sudden this nigga goes Super Saiyan. The girl! I got to save the girl! He turns it on and
he turned it on and saved her. And then like Arya's running.
It's like his fucking kryptonite except it doesn't make him weak, it turns him stronger.
Turns him into a man.
Somebody said, yo, how is it that Arya turns this nigga into Super Saiyan, but whenever somebody sparks up a fucking cigarette, this nigga want to go sit in timeout?
So, all that shit's going on. Arya's running, and then meanwhile in the crypt, them niggas woke up.
Okay, did you catch it beforehand?
What?
Somebody pointed it out, and I forgot to hit you because of all the Endgame shit. They were like, go back and rewatch it because it's probably going to tell you what's going to happen later. In the episode, they kept talking about the Sept is the safest place.
The crypt.
Yeah, Sept's the safest place to be around. Yeah, I knew, there.
Yeah. Even I kind of figured, oh, no, it's not.
So as I'm watching, I'm like, wait a minute, what did he do when he did that?
Oh, you know. You were like, oh.
And I was like, oh no. But before that, Arya in the library, the shit was...
Oh, she was doing some Jurassic Park shit. She was just like, okay, I gotta get away from these niggas, get away from... Cause I thought Arya was gonna die, man. There was parts I was like...
Arya said a girl takes no L's. And she did what she had to fucking do.
She had to do. And then that part where she talked to the red lady and she looked at her like, I remember you. I told you we were gonna meet again. Because if you remember in the past episode, she met her and she was just like, what'd you say? Brown eyes, green eyes, and blue eyes. And then, they all knocked on her door and she said, what do we say to the angel of death?
And I was like,
and then she said, not today. That's like the most gangster shit. She just said, not today. And ran out that shit, right? So, at this point, I'm looking at the time, like, we got 15 minutes left. It's not looking good for y'all.
And all of a sudden, them motherfuckers woke up in the damn crypt, bro.
Yeah. And then you
all the fucking dead from 1,000 years woke up and started killing the kids and the women, because that's where they were hiding.
Yeah. That's just crazy.
And then I can't say her name.
Sansa
and Tyrion were just chilling there, and I'm like, they're about to die. I was thinking they're about to die. He kisses her.
I thought they was gonna fuck.
In the middle of a battle?
At the way this show is, you never know.
Yeah.
See, that's why I was trying to shut up, but then that caught my attention.
In the last episode, niggas started fucking.
Yeah.
At the end. So I was like,
fuck it.
Yeah.
But I thought they were about to die. And then he was like, no, we gotta fight them all. So then they were in the hiding because it was like their last stand, like the other people. So at this point, Night King is just wrecking havoc. The black dude, I was still shocked he was alive, but they were fighting and what's her name? Huh?
Grey Worm.
Grey Worm, yeah. And then what's her name? Brienne. They will just...
They made it. No, I was like, woo.
Man, nah. They will just wreck it. Everybody, blood all over them. Like, what, nigga? What? Like, I was like, okay, they're still alive. But then they got the slow motion.
The whole episode was intense, man.
But then the slow motion shit happened, and usually when slow motion shit happens and that little eerie music starts playing, I'm like, it's not looking good. I have my hand over my head, like, this got me more stressed than Endgame. Because it was like, what's going to fucking happen? I was like, we got 5 minutes left. What's going on? So then we get to the tree. What's the tree called? That red tree?
I don't know. I keep forgetting what it's called.
It's a Raven Crawl. Oh yeah, because meanwhile Bran is talking to Tyrion, and he just told him
he's talking to
Theon, and he said, "Gotta go now."
Somebody said this motherfucker out here watching Endgame.
Gotta go now. So Tyrion had to fucking defend. He had to defend the set. So the Night Walkers are coming. He's trying to defend as much as he can. Then it gets to the point, well, this is not much. And then the Night King just walked in like he's on belly. What's this? That's
legit. That's legit. Remember the opening scene from Belly, Martin?
Yeah.
That's how the Night King and his crew walked out. Them niggas was all in blue, slow motion. And niggas
all
was like,
in slow
fam,
motion.
this is Belly.
Literally walking in slow motion.
Yeah,
eyes glowing. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, okay. That's pretty much what happened. Yeah. So he gets up to there and
Theon just staring, and then all of a sudden Bran wakes up.
Oh, hi.
Theon,
you're a good dude.
You're a good man. Thank you. That's it. Nigga knew he was gonna die.
What kind of shit is that?
Well, all right.
Well, did he know? Because he sees.
But see, that's another reason why Night King is bitch made.
What?
He didn't want the fair one with Jon Snow, but this.
He wants to go out for a cripple.
Yeah, nigga with no nuts.
Sounds like a Lannister to me.
Or no dick. I should say, because
no nut.
Did Theon have nuts at that point? Or was he just castrated? I don't know. He was castrated.
Know. He was castrated. He had no dick.
He wanted it.
Yeah.
Night King wanted that because he ripped his shit up and stabbed him. Yeah.
So then at that point, he gone. So then it's just like, at this point, I'm like, Jon Snow was kind of like barricaded because the dragon was in front of him. And after that, he just said, fuck this. I want to die today. So he just screams at the dragon like he wants to do a fair one with the dragon. I'm like, I saw that. I was like, does Jon just want to die? Because every time
I thought he was going to throw the dragon stone in its mouth.
Or something like that. Or something.
I thought he was going to be the one to
kill the Night King. We all thought
something. I thought the dragon had some connection at that point. So.
But it was just funny. He just looked. He's like, ah! Yeah. And the dragon just looked at him like, nigga, I'm gonna huff and I'm gonna puff real quick. I'll deal with you. And so why
blew your ass away?
So then all of a sudden, Night King just looking down at Bran looking up at him. Not even scared, just looking up at him. And even the Night King was like, nigga,
well, that's the thing.
Scared?
Night King walked up like, yeah, we got this, until he looked and realized there was no fear in his eyes. And then that's when he's like,
why aren't you scared?
See, at that point, I didn't think he was going to kill him. I thought he was going to touch him again and they were going to merge.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to kill him. I thought they were just going to merge
as one. But he did look confused. Like, why aren't you scared? All of a sudden, you saw a wind blow at one of the Night Walkers, and they were just like, the fuck is this? And then Night King was about to take out his sword, and then out the fucking blue, Arya comes in. And I was like, oh, shit! And then he turns around and grabs Arya. And all of a sudden, Arya she's like, oh shit. I'm like, oh, she gonna kill her. He's gonna kill her. She drops the knife in her hand.
The Night King looked, said, huh?
And then stabs him, and then he turned into fucking ice cubes. Yeah. I went up.
And NWA crumbled right after.
Literally. I got up, and I was like, oh shit! I ran around my house like the Niners won the Super Bowl.
I sat back in my seat and I was like, fam, what
the fuck just happened?
And then at that point I had time to process, and I was like, "Arya, bitch, Arya!"
And then Twitter just went nuts.
Oh, the timeline went, Martin, because you were in the movies when this took place. The fucking timeline
went like Damian Lillard just made that three. Yeah. That's pretty much how it looked. Again,
that makes sense. I can see that.
Kaz had the fucking tweet of the night. He's like, "Oh, you're stuck with the win in for the series," and Damian Lillard waved him bye. I ran around, and then all of a sudden, all the Night Walkers just died. The dragon died. Everyone just died. I'm like, Arya just saved the world. She got some dick the night before, then saved the world the next. Oh my!
I bet people aren't complaining about her popping pussy for Winterfell now.
Shit. Watch her die in the next episode. I was just like, oh my god, the Starks, Tony Stark, Arya Stark, the House of Starks. Yep. I am Iron Man. Not today. Famous last words. You gonna put some respect on the Stark's name?
You talking about the White Walker guards,
fam?
What a fucking waste! How do you let her just breeze by like that?
They weren't expecting her. Yeah.
Why don't you, fam?
I don't know.
That was the worst guards ever. That was worse than the fucking guard in that video. At the security guard, that old man looks like Undertaker.
Yeah, just patting them down.
Hey, go ahead, go. You ever see that video? Mm-mm. There's a guard outside of a fucking stadium. There's like a security outside of a stadium. You know how they do the pat downs?
Yeah.
This motherfucker looking like Undertaker's cousin. Literally just tap.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Tap, go. Like he's not even touching him.
He didn't give a shit.
Yeah, he didn't. That's pretty much what happened.
That was Night King's Kingman.
Night King went out like a bitch. Like, he set up all that shit for how many years? Like, thousands of years trying to set up his army.
Nigga had no hands.
No hands. You try to get other people to do your dirty work. You didn't want to fight Jon Snow because you knew Jon Snow was going to give you that work, but you didn't know about his little sister. Little sister was ready for that. She wanted the smoke or the ice, whatever you want to call it. And use that fucking, and you know that was a dagger that Bran gave her.
Mm-hmm.
That
he knew from jump.
Yeah,
said I don't need it, but you gonna need it.
Oh, okay. And
they did it. And remember, he did it right there where
and the tree. Oh my god,
was that tree? Because remember, that's where the Night King was created.
Mm-hmm. And he died. And he died right by the tree. Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's great writing. That's great writing.
And if you, I don't know if you remember. But remember when Arya was trading with Brienne? Mm-hmm. We saw that move.
I know. I saw that. I knew exactly what move it was because I remember seeing it. I was like, oh! As soon as it dropped and I saw her hand, I'm like, oh! And then she's like, stabbed him.
But now it makes sense that if you recall her training throughout the years, every time she took an ass whooping, every one of those trainings prepared her to counter.
Yeah, and she countered all, and she killed the main villain. Like, just like, what? Who the fuck would have thought? Like.
You hit it with that MJ in game 1. In the finals.
That was some Steph Curry
with
shit.
one hand, flipped it.
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
Arya motherfucking Stark.
They said Air Stark. They already got logos of her with that knife and her leg split like MJ.
Oh, wow.
Tony motherfucking Stark. House of Stark, bruh. Put some respect on their names.
Somebody said this motherfucker Bran just sitting there looking for Wi-Fi porn.
Then when he couldn't get it, he just came back.
And he woke up, couldn't find anything. All right, you're there. Okay, cool, right on time.
And he just stared at her too. And now next week it's gonna be a celebration, bitches. Lovely weekend. It was a great weekend. I'm sweating.
Battles.
The world was saved by some Starks. Great day. Anyway, other shit did happen.
Are y'all done?
Yeah, that was a nerd talk. That was a nerd talk.
Well, that was now. Let's go back to
social media.
Yeah, let's go back with that.
Back to
people were complaining about that too.
What else were they complaining about? I was getting ready for Endgame,
so I have one friend who doesn't even watch the series. So he went on Facebook this morning and he's like, from all the posts I've been seeing, apparently Arya is a bad bitch. Okay, you guys got me. I'm finally gonna start watching this summer. This motherfucker went on there and commented and was like, oh, thank you for a lightweight spoiler, man. And he was like, lightweight spoiler? I've never seen the fucking show before, so how could it be a lightweight? Well, you know, some of us, we have yet. I went on that. That's when I had enough. I went on there and I was like, fam, the fucking episode was available 14 hours before this goddamn
How long has this
post
series
was
been
out.
The series been out for like...
No, I'm not even talking about the series. The episode was out for 14 hours before my man Maurice posted that.
14 hours?
Yeah, it leaked early.
No, from the time it dropped at 6 o'clock last night.
It actually came out.
Maurice didn't post till 8 o'clock this morning. So from 6 o'clock last night to 8 o'clock this morning, he want to talk about lightweight spoiler. Like, fam.
Shut up.
No, it's not a lightweight spoiler. If you didn't see it, fuck out of here. Get off of social media.
Like, I don't know about y'all, but just outside looking in, that's a fucking Sunday, bro. Like,
it's a TV show. It's not a movie.
And that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
It's Sunday. It's a TV show. It always comes on the same fucking time, the same fucking channel. Like,
I'm just convinced people
just want to be pissed off.
They wake up every day
wanting to start a fight,
wanting to be mad about something at this point. Because I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry.
I'm saying this. I am sorry because if I was watching Game of Thrones from the jump and I had to wait a year and then they announced it's only 6 episodes and this was the first of the last 4 where now it's movie times.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what's going on in the rest of the world. I'm sitting there.
Shit. Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I was sitting there front row ready to go after having binged for the last month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine what it was like. So if you claiming yourself to be a fan but you missed it, Nah.
It's your fault.
Yeah,
You
the
didn't
whole
want it.
world,
You didn't want to see it.
Full of shit.
The whole world saw that moment. That was one of that, in my opinion, one of the greatest moments of TV because no one saw that shit coming. Nobody saw that shit coming.
Fam, this weekend has been hyped up for what, 2 or 3 weeks now?
Years.
No, I'm saying 2 or 3 because we knew about Endgame.
But we didn't know this episode was going to come.
Yeah, we didn't know about this until
everything was set
about
up.
a week or so before the season finale, the series finale opened.
Yeah,
and they're like, okay, here's the breakdown.
Yeah.
So once it became clear, we're like, wait a minute, that's
2 days after Endgame.
April 28th. That's 2 days after Endgame. Motherfuckers have been preparing for almost a month for this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm sorry if you didn't see either or. Fuck you. Point blank. Period.
Straight like that. But the Night King, Thanos, I give respect to. Night King, fuck out of here.
Yeah, Night King was a bitch.
Night
bro.
King, that's some whole ass shit. Anyway.
Nah, he's a bitch.
Anyway,
No love.
so speaking of people
funny.
entitled, you want to talk about Cardi and Shade Room and OBJ and all that shit?
Well, so I wouldn't call this entitlement as much as I would say there's 3 levels of when you're using social media. Mm-hmm. Cardi B used her platform correctly.
Oh yeah,
because Shade Room kept.
Yeah.
You know, she has it where Shade Room don't bring up my fucking name and we can keep going. Shade Room then goes and posts people around her that are questionable.
On some petty shit.
Yeah. But then they continuously keep posting about shit. There's certain things about Nipsey's death on this podcast I haven't spoken about because as a family member once told me, you want to remain a citizen or a civilian, shut the fuck up and don't talk about shit that would make you not a civilian. So there's been things that were going on where it was like, I'm not covering that.
Like the game shit?
Right.
No.
Oh.
Shit that happens
that,
in the
I'm talking about
Shit actually happened. Street
shit.
Street shit. That shit. Yeah, not the.
Yeah, there's stuff I wasn't.
Right.
Shit. I'm not talking about that. So she had a point when she was bringing up Kodak and T.I. saying, you're fueling this shit because who's to say that, you know, you're dealing with street niggas at this point and you don't care about their well-beings other than clicks and clickbait and shit.
Right.
So from that point, she used it properly. Then you got OBJ, who I felt 50-50 about because the Giants front office went and attacked him. Was it the GM?
Oh, yeah.
He goes out and he's like, well, you know, things are different now. We definitely have a new culture here. Obviously taking a shot at OBJ. I expected him to respond back, just not in 44 tweets.
44 tweets?
Yeah, he was letting them things off.
He was just pissed, man.
Damn.
He was letting them off, which I got, but at the same time I was like, you could have just did a quick 2-minute video, just, you know.
Yeah.
Not even that, like a minute, bro.
Right,
like,
you know what I'm saying? Just
get it off your chest real quick.
Whatever.
That's it. Done deal.
But it's one of those 50-50 where it's like, it's not me, but you know what? He came at you. I get it.
Yeah.
Defend
Of
yourself.
course.
But then you got Lizzo.
Hey, my fault.
Now, of course, last week we praised the album.
We love,
A bunch of people praised the album. But until there was one review that
was mixed.
That was a mixed review.
It's kind of how I felt about it, but
and she took it
personal,
real personal, to the point where she went on Twitter and said, people who, and she put quotes, review albums and don't make music themselves should be unemployed.
That they shouldn't review music.
So at that point I was like, no, because there's a bunch of people who don't make music that praised your album. So what are you saying?
She was in her feelings.
Seriously.
And then she doubled down and said, this is an invitation to all music journalists to kick it in the studio with me for my next album. I'd like to understand your world as much as you can understand mine. And at that point I was like, baby girl.
Hey, my fault. Sorry.
You create dope ass, fire ass music. You put yourself in a position to be a representation for a body type as well as pigment for women who have usually been cast behind.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't let this shit get to you. A medium review on your debut album, that's expected.
For real.
Ain't nobody coming out here, you know, throwing perfect games off the first. Like, it's as much as we praise Nas and all them, those are rare occasions.
Nobody cared about Ho's first album.
Yeah.
I mean, and honestly, you will most likely get nominated for a damn Grammy off this damn album. So,
but I think that's just
it was a mixed review, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it wasn't.
I can imagine if she was getting blasted.
Yeah,
all right,
it was a straight down the middle review.
It was like a 6 out of 10. It was from Pitchfork. They gave it like a 6.5 or 6.8 out of 10.
Yeah,
that's average. kind of how I feel, because it wasn't for them, and they get paid for that shit. So it is what it is.
Once again, it's like I said, it's not like she was getting blasted over the fucking album.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I could see that if it was just a complete negative, but it wasn't that.
No.
So at that point, why you tripping?
You gotta stay away from social media when you're in your feelings. Just take a break.
Take a break. Don't tweet.
Yeah.
Or just tweet. Make it a draft, and then go back to it and delete it.
Usually when something pisses me off, I go watch The Office. How
do you feel about? Well, you can find a way to watch it. Cause Netflix don't try to take it off.
Oh no, it's still there till 2021.
Oh, so you were on it?
Oh shit!
I read up on it because I was like, okay, now I'm probably gonna have to get the NBC app that they scheduled. But then they were like, oh no, that and Parks and Rec are still under contract through 2021. And I was like, oh, I'm not worried about this shit then. Whatever.
Okay. Can we talk
But it was funny seeing how Netflix puts all that money behind those original content, and like the top 10 fucking shows on Netflix are all syndicated.
Yeah.
And The Office is number 1.
Whatever, man.
Now, can we talk about Game real quick? Because I wanted to talk about him for a minute, but okay. So everybody grieves differently, right? Like everyone grieves differently when they lost the lost one and shit like that. And I remember when Nipsey died, Game was close with him and shit like that. And I remember the first, message he posted. I'm like, all right, whatever. Mm-hmm. So then the second day, like the second week or a few days later, I remember he posted himself getting a tattoo of Nipsey's face on his stomach. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, that's kind of weird. But I was like,
I said the same thing, but I was like, he tattoos everybody on his body. So.
Yeah, so I was like, that's still weird. But I was like, then I just remembered that he didn't speak at the funeral, and he's going so hard for Nipsey, but the family didn't call you up to speak at his funeral. So
but see, my thing was I didn't really focus on that. Because Dom didn't speak and he wasn't a pallbearer.
Yeah.
And Dom's known him since they were...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
seriously.
A lot of people didn't know... I didn't even know that Dom's baby mama knew them. Like, they all knew each other when they were fucking like 10, 11 years old. Yeah. Like, they've known each other. I think Dom's baby mama was friends with Nip before Dom came into the picture. Like, they are all fucking close.
Yeah. But, okay. I understand.
I mean, it's a community.
Right.
It's
Crenshaw.
I get
exactly.
I get that part. But Game was going very, very hard. My mom would always say, thou who protests too loudly. So, Thursday morning, Friday morning, whatever.
Let's cut to it.
Can I read it? I have the whole shit right here. I want to read this. Woke up this morning and asked my son, Justice Taylor, what he wanted for his 12th birthday. He said, can I stay home today and just ride around with you in the Nipsey blue Lambo?
No.
I said, where do you want to go? And he replied, I don't care, Dad. I just want to be with you and celebrate his life instead of mine today.
No.
Yeah. That brought me to tears. Couldn't believe that came out of his mouth, and that on his birthday, his only wish is to put himself to the side to honor Nick. I didn't look down for a quick minute to wipe my face, and he said, this is so stupid. I can't believe you typed this. I just looked down for a quick moment to wipe my face, and he said, chin up, Dad. The marathon.
No.
Chin up, Dad. The marathon continues. And that put a smile on my face.
Fam, you ain't gotta say anything more after that.
I wish you could. No, I'm gonna finish this. You gonna hear it. And then he put a smile on my face. I wish the world was there to see. I'm so proud that he instilled it in me, and I'm more than delighted to chill for you around the city on your 12th birthday. If you see us in traffic, throw a dub up, and yes, the marathon continues.
Chin up, Dad.
Give me a hell.
See, I was
look at Martin asleep.
I was seeing all the posts throughout, and before that one, and I was like, all right, he's in mourning, like he's grieving. I heard the pain in that video when he was driving down. Okay, but I started seeing the captions started getting longer. So after a while, I was just like, you know what? Double tap. I'm not even reading this shit. It's Nipsey. I'm at a point now where anytime I see Nipsey on my timeline, it's getting retweeted, it's getting liked, it's getting shared. I don't give a fuck. But everything Nipsey.
Levels.
But this
shit.
This was the final straw.
That was the last straw for me. He didn't say that shit. Your 12-year-old son did not.
And shout out to Justice.
Yeah,
we ain't putting it on him.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
Or like
we're not putting it on
birthday.
him. This is all focused back on JC on.
You know damn well he didn't say, shut up, Dad. The marathon continues. Like a
You think he used this part of the knuckle? Lift it up.
Oh shit.
The marathon continues. You know.
Chin up, pops. You know the marathon continues.
Nipsey he read that shit in heaven like, Pac, you read this shit?
Like, you see this shit?
You see this shit?
You see this shit, cuz?
Pac looking at it like, of course I see it, nigga. I'm tattooed on his fucking body.
Cause oh shit, me too.
I see, and he's still posting pictures of Nipsey. I get it, but my God, he's writing fucking novels on every post.
I forgot who it was, but somebody said, I tried to tell y'all about Game. Every time he posts, my ass just start itching.
I'm like, damn, his mom is over this shit already. It's like his mother's not over it, but it's just like she's at peace with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's not over.
It, for sure. But my God.
Nah,
see, this is gonna make me unfollow him again. Now it's getting nasty. See, I refollowed Game not too long ago, not before Nipsey died. I refollowed him. Like, oh, he's better now. I'm coming. Then the Joe Budden shit happened, and then what he said about Kodak, what he said about Kodak Black, and now it's this shit. I'm done. I'm done.
You know what they say?
What?
Fool me once, strike
Shit,
one.
Strike one.
Fool me twice. Strike three. I don't give a fuck about that album. I don't care about the album. Like, it's too much shit has happened.
His career ended at the documentary 2.5.
I listened to it, yeah, but it's one of those ones where I'll get to it.
Yeah,
I'm not staying up to listen to that album. It's too much now.
I let that go, and he left it. He still has it up there. He still has it up there.
And this is coming from right off the heels or leading up to fucking 50 and Buck beefing again, because 50's way of promoting Buck's album is to say, I told him, you just gotta embrace the LGBT community after going with that transsexual.
50's evil.
Out on his fucking, yeah. And then Young Buck got pissed off about it.
50's Thanos.
But I will say, when it comes to Game, 50 was right.
They were both
He
wrong.
was right.
They were both wrong.
No. 50 was right.
Fuck.
This all, in retrospect, when you examine it, 50 was right. 50 was the one that got played. But we had West Coast bias. I'll be the first to admit it.
Yeah, we all do.
Well, everything was right on Game for us to get back.
West Coast bias, that's for
documentary was fucking.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, again, we were coming from a standpoint where the West was pretty much shut out for almost a decade.
Yeah.
So we were betting it all on him. Now, it's not to say Fire wasn't good, and we was just betting on anybody.
And he was batting really good. His average was good.
The music was good.
The music was really fucking good.
But when you re-examine everything, just
the outside
those little shits that he was pulling,
yeah.
And 50 had to clean that shit up behind the scenes to lead to him going to the radio station, kicking him off. No, he was right.
I met Game once. He was really tall.
Yeah, he's like 6'5".
I know. I was supposed to interview.
Seriously.
I was supposed to do an interview with him on that little brand I was on, and my interview went like this: "Sup, Game? Sup, my nigga?" And that's how it went.
Yep. Mm-hmm. On that same brand, we were supposed to.
Well, damn.
You're gonna make me mad. I'll be like Hulk. Remember when Hulk threw the fucking couch when he found, well, not the couch, but it would have been funny with the couch. The chair when he found out Black Widow was gone. That's pretty much what I'll do.
Let's just say we both would have
joined the marathon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What the fuck is this? Nah, y'all gotta cheer. Give him a week. Y'all break down the third. Man, shut the fuck up.
What a goddamn show, bitch. Fuck out of here.
I'm about to spoil it right now, actually.
On to sports. Tag me in that too and say JC said.
Nah, y'all gotta
tag
chill.
me too. I don't give a fuck.
Nah, Tony Stark dies. Tell that. No,
Tell him I said Black Widow gone too, nigga.
No, Tony Stark.
Tell him everybody.
Yeah. Now while Busby does that,
Tony Stark,
and Black
Thursday night
America,
Widow
and Black Widow
dies.
Well, tell him Captain America dies too, just because.
Now run, tell that.
You should have told me Captain America's black, bitch.
Oh shit!
Captain America's black.
You should have said that shit. You hella should have said that.
I'm about to tell you right now.
Take some
So while we was waiting in line for the movies, NFL draft was going on.
Yeah,
I don't know about you. Every year when a new draft comes, I get less and less enthused about it because I'm just like, y'all motherfuckers really don't know shit about shit.
Yep.
And I'll never forget this. When I was with the Raiders, I talked with Reggie McKenzie real quick, and then I talked with another front office exec because we just happened to be out on a road trip. we just ended up the same place talking. So I asked him, and I was like, how much of what the media says around draft time really partakes into what they say? And one of them looked at me, and he just looked and he goes, I don't pay attention to that shit. And I was like, good to know. Good to fucking know. Because as I'm watching all this coverage, and these motherfuckers is talking, losing their breath, talking about certain players, and I was like, you didn't know that shit until last week when somebody handed you a fucking pamphlet, nigga. Fuck out of here. But the draft took place.
I didn't watch it. I just know we got MAGA.
Well, the first pick made history.
Yes,
so shout out to Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, of course, going to the Arizona Cardinals, is now the first professional in American history to be drafted in the first round of 2 professional sports. That's a hell of a fucking feat.
That shit's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta be athletic as fuck to do that.
And the Cardinals said, you know what? We're going to draft 3 fucking wide receivers. And we're going to put them around this nigga.
Might as well, man. Shit. Load them up with weapons.
Yeah.
Fuck.
How y'all feel about Nick Maga?
I know.
Player-wise, he's good. But, you know.
Yeah. No, that's the thing.
I couldn't help but, and I don't mean to cut you off, I couldn't help but notice how the media was treating Cap for kneeling
on the Niners
while he's with the Niners, and they didn't have much to say about Nick and his tweets when it became very clear that tweets had surfaced about him liking 45's bashing of Kaepernick.
Right.
and he joined the Niners.
I hate to go there, but it's like,
no,
when you got
honestly,
the complexion for the protection, man, that shit's...
I was against it. Well, first of all,
You were against it. You said it last week.
Yeah.
He's a hoe.
Yeah, he's fake.
And fake.
You know,
fake asshole.
That's just what I want to, you know what I mean? I'm holding it down. That's what I said. He was fake. And I still stick with that. Shit, man. I don't really know what to say about this motherfucker. Because, like, I was hoping we got Quentin Williams from, was it Alabama? The D tackle. I was, I'd have been cool with that. I was happy. I would have been happy with that because he looks like an Aaron Donald type. Smaller, still could rush the passer, rush the passer from the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that we needed. We went with this guy.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Like, we went with this guy. Like,
all I know is if we win the Super Bowl,
like,
if we win
whatever,
the Super,
man. I mean,
if we win the Super Bowl this season. Like God, I hate just saying, just in case, just like what Tony Stark did. Let's make that hologram right now. If he makes,
ahead, you do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. If he makes it, he best not go to the White House. You will be the only one there.
Are you fucking kidding me? He'll be front and center, bro. What the fuck?
Eating all the cheesburgers.
Seriously,
we best not be there. I love you 3000. I hate you 3000.
On a side note, my folks is hitting me. Apparently Mozzie and Filthy are back funking.
Yeah,
the beefing
that's
again?
been going on like this whole weekend. Actually,
they've been beefing for why?
I don't know what the reason.
Because I remember seeing Filthy was doing something.
But I'm bringing it up because shout out to Jason. Jason just hit me and said, "Yo, Filthy giving me these bars though," and Jason's really, Jason really is really judgy when it comes to lyrics, especially from Bay artists.
Yeah.
If he says it, I'm checking this out after. I'm checking this out after.
All right, that's cool. But he must have not seen what Mozzie did.
What did Mozzie do?
All right. Well, first of all, Mozzie has a diss track called "Chill Felipe" or something like that.
Is he talking to Filthy?
Yeah, he's talking.
Oh, so that's who Filthy was.
Not even that. It has Filthy in photoshopped into the Tapatio. Fuck you.
Oh, wow.
No wonder why Filthy was doing that shit on Instagram.
It gets deeper than that, bro. He put the beat on YouTube and is running a challenge. He's letting everybody else talk shit about Filthy.
Why is Filthy getting in all? Wow,
exactly.
That's why
I'm crazy.
I just brought that up because I'm gonna check that out when we finish the podcast.
Oh, for sure.
Why is Filthy getting in all these funks? First, he was in an endless battle with Messy Marv.
Yeah.
And then with some other nigga. Now Mozzie?
Yeah, that's CML, Lavish or whatever.
This sounds like
and now Mozzie's
why y'all? This is some petty. It always seems like Filthy's. It's always Filthy that's in this shit. That's always. I've always noticed that he's always the common denominator.
Going in order real quick. Just going to the Jets real quick because they got Quentin Williams.
That's the guy I wanted.
But the reason why I'm bringing him up is shouts out to not only him but his agent. So Nicole Lynn is now the first black female agent to represent a first-round pick in the draft. That's incredible.
And she's
fine as fuck.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh, she's fine as fuck.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I was in love the moment I opened up Twitter.
Yeah. Raiders. Niggas had 100 picks in the first round and still had niggas confused with the first pick.
What the hell's going on? What's going on with John? Bro? What's going on with Chucky? What's Chucky doing?
He's apparently going for people that he could plug in for the system, not the names. Because Josh Allen was clearly the name that he would have wanted to go with.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say the guy they got was bad. What happened was they were trying to trade down because they knew they wanted him. They just wanted him later. When they couldn't trade down, they're like, well, fuck it. We got to get homeboy.
Yeah.
The thing was, he was supposed to be around at the end of the first round, so they could have used one of the other two picks. But in seeing how they got the running back and the cornerback later, or the safety later on.
Yeah. Safety.
I was like, all right. You could have that one. And it made me feel even better because, Giants fans was loud and talking they shit about our pick.
That shit.
Sorry, Joe.
Because see, here's the thing. I was in the middle of finish up one of my final deliveries. So I had to. There's a certain time frame you can deliver the food.
Yeah.
So you got to wait out. So I'm like, well, fuck, I'm waiting in the parking lot for the next 30 minutes. I'm watch the fucking draft.
Yeah.
So then, as I'm going through Twitter, bunch of New York Twitter just love seeing that pick, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, I'm not a fan of the pick, but it still made sense for us. Then them niggas came up, and they thought they was getting Josh Allen themselves. Mm-hmm. They thought it was all crispy and smooth, and they was on the come up and coming back.
Or Haskins.
Yeah,
they were thinking between them two.
Yeah. But they went and drafted Duke's finest, Derrick Jones.
Daniel.
He's Derrick Jones.
Oh, shit. Bro, if you draft anybody from Duke, you fucked up.
Yeah. Duke is the team that...
If you draft anybody from Duke, and this is football we're talking about, you fucked up.
Duke was the team in NCAA football where when you took them in franchise mode, didn't matter if your quarterback threw for 5,000 yards and your running back rushed for 50.
Oh, yeah.
The highest you was getting in the rankings was still 17.
Yeah, you wasn't getting
shit.
They
said he was undraftable. That's what I kept reading. He was unrecruitable.
He was the number 6 quarterback. Yeah, it was in college. From high school to college, he was a 0-star.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I mean, wait, hold up. With that said,
there's been
plenty of people.
I feel you, Joe. I'm sorry,
ranked.
Joe. Yeah. Oh my God, I've never seen Joe Budden's reaction.
Now, with that being said, I will say this: James Jones, who of course is a friend of my family, San Jose State, was only a 2-star when he got recruited. Has a Super Bowl ring. Devontae Adams was only a 2-star when he got recruited. Now he got his bitch on
their
change.
Rankings can change based off of how they progress within college.
But to defend Joe's and your stance on
not my stance.
A 0-star going to Duke.
Like, nah, bruh.
You could have got that nigga day 3. And everybody would have been cool with it.
Was he even that good?
I mean, even day 2, like, you know what I mean? It might have been a reach at that point, but still.
He was good, not anything higher than 3rd round good.
Man, can you imagine if he goes in there and takes Eli Manning's job and he's like the fucking star?
Well, no, here's the funny thing about it.
What's even worse? What?
The ownership said, yeah, we love him. He's gonna learn. He's gonna be on the bench and learn from Eli for the next few years.
Yep.
Damn.
Oh, you gotta love New York Twitter. New York Twitter, you make me giggle.
Now Joe Budden's trying to reason. New York Twitter started like, well, shit, maybe this was a sacrifice because we get Zion and Kevin Durant next season. Man, if some fuckery happens,
I'm telling you,
if Kevin Durant stays,
I'm telling you, somehow, some way,
the Lakers
goes to LA in Tony Stark and Doctor Strange's actions in Endgame, it fucked up that time frame where the Knicks were gonna get Zion and the Lakers tweaked and unraveled all the way to number 1. I promise you,
Kevin Durant
on my mama, I promise you,
you gonna jump out the window in a good way.
I will be blocked by so many people on social media.
Oh, you thought LeBron was bad.
Shit.
The next podcast The only commentary I will be providing is laughter. And not that laughter. You know which one.
Oh, damn. Your beautiful morning.
That one.
Oh, shit. Hey, can you
But I'm not
imagine?
banking on it.
No, I'm sorry, but for fuckery.
But for
my amusement and content.
If it happens.
That would be some funny shit. Kevin Durant, like, say they get rid of Draymond and Kevin Durant stays, and Zion and the Knicks pick somebody else, and then the Warriors
and Kyrie comes
They just
over.
fuck up everything.
Yeah.
Just everything.
everything.
Niggas gonna sign Chris Middleton.
Shit.
Kaz will have a nervous.
Give that
Kaz-
nigga the max.
Yo, Kaz will have a nervous
Fucking
breakdown.
disgusting.
Kaz will have a nervous breakdown. He wanted Kevin Durant and Zion so bad. If that happens, oh man, I'll DM him like, man, I'll pray for you.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait to see or listen to the Joe Budden podcast.
He'll die.
If that happens,
They'll take a week off. He'll take the hit.
he's gonna be sick.
Probably.
He'll take a week off.
Shit.
Or he'll let Rory and them
Or maybe
take
he
over.
can't because of his fucking contract.
No, he'll let Rory and them take over.
Yeah, I can see that. I could definitely see that.
He'll
shit.
call in. No, he'll still be there. He'll
there.
just be in the
He'll
other
quiet
room.
as fuck. Yeah.
But what's his name? The quarterback that they should have gotten.
Who? Oh,
You just said his name.
Oh, Haskins.
Haskins,
yeah.
Guess where he went?
the Browns? No.
Nah.
No.
Wale got a New Jersey.
Yeah, I know they got to do.
Yeah.
Who they
he
go
going
to?
to DC. Going to DC. Wale got New Jersey.
Yeah, while they was laughing his ass off, I was like, oh damn.
Yeah.
Yep.
See,
That's pretty much like
their
after,
rival.
once the
The
first
Giants'
round.
rival.
Once the first round ends, I'm kind of like, all right, y'all do what y'all do. But lo and behold, the goddamn Patriots.
Who they get now? Who they get?
They got that fucking wide receiver that's built like fucking Calvin Johnson.
Oh shit, yeah, N'Keal Harry.
Yeah.
Tom Brady just like, ooh, look, another toy.
Yeah.
Hey, that's another
Yeah.
ring. Me and Edgar were talking about Tom Brady, and Edgar said the same shit that you were saying. Like, all he cares about is just winning Super Bowls. That's kind of just sad, because what else does he have? And he was like, I won't be
Model wife that makes more than him.
Yeah, that. But then he was going like, what would happen if he gets Steve Young? If you know what I mean.
He'll
He
be
gets-
fine because he got a model wife that makes more than him.
Yeah, I know that, but he has
See, but that's the thing. You gotta remind. You
At
gotta
this
remind.
point, who gives a
Yeah,
shit?
you gotta remind Edgar too. No matter how far east or red-blooded that motherfucker may seem, at the end of the day, he's still a pedestrian.
True. He'll figure it out. He'll figure it out.
Hustling's in his blood. He'll figure that shit out.
Yeah.
You think he'll do a commentary? Can you imagine Tom Brady doing commentary like
Tom
Tony
Brady
Romo?
will do what the fuck he wanted to
Well,
do.
of course, he got 7
Man,
rings,
he
6
can own
rings.
a fucking team if he wants to.
Yeah. Belichick
Like
can
all the
own
money
a team.
he's accumulated, and then his wife's money, bruh.
Belichick can own a damn team, but that's neither here nor there. He's still in the fucking league and just gonna rain havoc on the fucking whole league. Anyway, Russell Wilson's still with us, with the fucking whatever. As soon as we got off the fucking air, like what, 2 weeks ago? You know, he
I kept forgetting to put it up.
Yeah, but
Well, yeah, we talked about his contract
Contract.
situation. And I forgot to put it in last week.
yeah, Giants would have fucked this up too.
This nigga got on the goddamn. This nigga got on social media like he fucking Barry White.
Hey,
Hey yo, 12.
Halo 12s.
Got a new deal. Sierra in the background sounding like a damn call girl.
Go Hawks!
Y'all gotta go to sleep now. I'm looking at this like, where the fuck did this nigga come from? She got the nigga out the sunken place, man.
Bro.
Hey,
Then-
black girl magic, man. That,
Not only that, I
that'll do
gotta
it.
give another round of applause. Much as I don't like the Seahawks, I do like Russell Wilson
Why?
because he's cool. Outside the field. Outside the field. On the field,
cornball.
fuck him.
No, he's not. He's cool.
He's a corn.
On the field, fuck him.
No, on the field, fuck him, definitely.
But, you know, off the field, he cool.
pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, forget about him. But, you know,
See? So it happens.
Hey, man, I caught myself, though.
nah, but old boy gave his offensive linemen, because they protect your ass, he gave them $12,000 in stock. Didn't he give him some other shit, too?
For Amazon.
Yeah, for Amazon, yeah.
That shit's tight just on the basis of that shit will always appreciate. Like, you know what I mean? You don't see that shit getting devalued nowhere.
And the location of it. The Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It all makes,
And
yeah.
that's his own line, so they're gonna protect it. They're gonna protect that. That's their nigga at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, round of applause.
He got his money, man.
Fuck him.
He deserves it.
On the field, forget about him.
He
I mean,
deserves it.
And the reason why I'm saying, or
we're
part
Niner
of the reason
fans.
why I'm saying that he's a cornball, Well, Niner fan, yeah. But did you see the fucking Instagram posts he putting up?
Nah.
And braiding his hair?
I swear, huh?
Where Sirius braiding his hair?
Well, braiding his hair, wearing fucking shit that's like 3 times too big. He looks like he's trying to be in a rap video from the 2000s, bro.
See, that's what I'm saying. She revived
Like
him
all
from
of a
the sunken
sudden, but
place.
see, that's the
Yeah.
that's
If he was doing all this with
Did you
his
see
white
his white
ex-wife,
wife that he was that he was in when he got drafted?
yeah, like if he was doing that with her, I'd be like, that's not you, man. But I'm saying there's something about
with Sierra and blackness.
a black woman. She gonna bring the inner you out.
Y'all
She
gotta
saved that nigga from the sunken zone.
Y'all gotta learn to appreciate.
I get what you're saying.
Y'all gotta learn to appreciate Sierra, dog. She got hits every time I'm in the bar. I hear goodies.
Oh, I got nothing against Sierra.
No. I'm just saying to the people.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know which way you were looking,
I'm
man.
looking at the people.
You're looking at the people.
The people.
It's a microphone.
What's the people's in it? Anyway, yeah, you gotta learn to appreciate Sierra, man. She got 1-2 steps. She got goodies. She got them boppers, man. This what? 2 of them? 3, 4? 100. No, she got. Can you make a playlist with all her shit?
Probably could if I actually sat down and thought about it. Probably could.
Yeah, I'm
That included features too.
She did have some fire features.
Yeah,
she did.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Music makes you lose control. Yeah, she's fire.
On some other news, former Seahawks and Raiders, Marshawn Lynch has retired once again, but this time it looks like it's for good.
Yeah.
Round of applause. I appreciate everything he did. You know
what he tried to do. He tried to bring that ring to try to bring that trophy to Oakland.
I would say it's bigger than the ring. Mm-hmm. He came back right after they announced they were leaving for Vegas. So it was just the fact that the hometown hero came back, said, "Nah, we gonna do this," and you know. So we appreciate that.
Yeah,
Sebastian Janikowski, after 19 years, it's a wrap.
Who was also a Raider and a Seahawk.
Yeah. That long ass kick. How old is he? Like in his 40s, late 40s.
Yeah. Seabass was cool as fuck. That whole kicking trio of him, Marquette, and John, they was cool as fuck. Because every time they had their special teams meeting, it was always in our video operations office. Because we had a little middle section in between the individual offices.
So they just kick back and just...
They was always in there with us.
Chilling, talking.
We just chilling, talking shit.
That's dope.
Cool. About other shit, just hello random shit all the time.
Oh yeah, Marquette would talk about the most random shit ever. But because it was Marquette, it was normal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, I explained it to y'all. Like, when SportsCenter got wind of him walking around with the Power Rangers helmet,
that was normal.
And they were like so shocked about it. And I'm like, that's what
made
doing it since I've been
That's what
here.
made me follow him. I'm like, yeah, he cool. I like him.
Seriously.
Yeah, I'm like, this is
his on the field shit is what caught my attention.
Yeah, I'm like, nigga, this is a normal Tuesday.
See,
ain't nothing to Marquette.
But he was like the first dude to get dusted when Gruden showed up.
Yeah.
And when that happened, that's how you should have knew. Like, okay, something's not right. And you know, the rest is history.
Marquette turned it to T'Challa.
Bucky was the first one to go.
No, I'm saying nigga wise.
Nigga wise, yeah, he was, yeah.
But shout out to all 3 of them guys, especially Seabass as he goes off.
Let's talk about your rivals for a bit.
The Chiefs, they started good
because old boy got the cover of Madden.
Give me a hand.
Yeah, so Pat Mahomes is now the cover of Madden.
20? Was it Madden 20?
20.
So when you know the curse.
I've always been against the curse, especially when the news came out that they traded the Seahawks to get defensive end Frank Clark. I was like, fam, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And then I started believing more in the curse.
Because it was
when that news that we brought up a month ago with Tyreek Hill, but nothing much materialized. We were like, oh, maybe it was just a whooping and it went wrong, whatever.
No.
Oh, it was a whooping, all right.
Oh, whooping.
It just wasn't a whooping in the form of the whoopings you and I received when we were younger.
It wasn't no get a switch.
Yeah.
Right.
When I heard open your arms, so he opens his arms and he hits the 3-year-old in the chest. So get this motherfucker out the league.
Pretty much what happened.
Put him in jail.
What happened, people, is that his ex-wife, was it his girlfriend or his
fiance?
His fiance recorded him. It was like a clear ass mic too. I don't know where they were at.
Podcasting.
Shit. It was like this mic right here.
Ice.
It was that blue ice. It was a clear ass mic. Like,
got that nigga like the Night King.
You feel me?
Catch this blue ice, nigga.
It was a clear ass mic, and literally just caught him slipping, saying, "Yeah, I beat my kid up," and he didn't give a flying fuck that
when
he did it.
When she said. He says
he's scared of you.
I'm scared of daddy, and that nigga said, "Well, you should be afraid of me too, bitch."
Yeah, so casually.
So fam.
Oh yeah. There's powerful niggardry at work, him.
Nah. He's got to go.
Yeah, no. First you gotta get your ass whooped. For starters. And I don't give a fuck if that's how you were raised. If your dad used to whoop your ass or your big brother, but how old is he? Like 25?
See, the fuck, yeah he's 25. He's 25. But the fucked up thing was, if I remember correctly, when I first reported this last month,
you were kind of.
It's not his son. It's his fiance's.
Oh, I'm gonna whoop your ass. I wonder what the baby daddy is. What's the baby daddy?
No, but that's what I'm saying. If now they're calling it his, I haven't. All I heard was this, and I was like, get him the fuck out. And I didn't want to look into it after.
Yeah.
Because at that point, we were getting into the weekend. Mm-hmm. Right. So I was like, I'm already preoccupied with that.
Endgame.
No, after the episode, I'm going to go look into that, because if I'm not mistaken, that was her son, not his.
Yeah. So if that's a fact,
not saying that it makes it any better, because if it's his son, that's still as bad.
Your own flesh and blood. Makes it worse.
But no. Touching a child either way is wrong. But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make it any better.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to compare and be like, well, at least it's his kid. No, it's wrong across the board. I'm just saying, it's a different, I'll say this, it's a different kind of wrong if you're putting hands on a child that didn't come from your sack.
Yeah. And then
point blank period.
And then the way he was talking, he was getting all defensive and shit. Like, it was just all on.
He didn't deny it.
He didn't deny it at all. He didn't care. He was coming off like he was the victim. Like, why are you getting on me for? I'm like, oh boy, Tariq. Damn, he was a good one too. Fuck.
Yeah. So since
then, always the good ones.
Since then, the Chiefs have suspended him indefinitely, of course.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
But then a report came out today that the NFL is going to look into putting him on the commissioner's exempt list.
Oh, okay. Can't do that for Cap, huh? Whatever.
The commissioner's exempt list is for people that get in trouble.
Gone.
Oh.
Like, gone.
Well,
like, man. He can get... But people are going to protest that, because they're like, well, why, if you put him on there, he still gets paid.
He does?
Yeah. The commissioner's exempt list isn't what you think it is.
That's what I was
Commissioner's exempt list is for when somebody does something wrong, but you don't want to push them out the NFL yet. They're pretty much under review. So you put them on the commissioner's exempt, so even though they can't participate, they still get their checks.
Pretty much he's still done. He's still done, though, because if he does come back, like fucking... Like, who's
trash,
all... Like, Ray Rice. Yeah. Like, when they brought Ray Rice back, no team wanted to pick his ass up. It was a wrap.
And then people actually have the audacity to compare this to Adrian Peterson.
No. He's the GOAT.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Did the ass whooping with Adrian Peterson and his son go too far? Sure. But that was an ass whooping.
Yeah.
Literally. I'm saying that not to be figurative. No, he whooped his ass.
Literally spanked him.
Yeah, that was that.
That was
punching
that
a
was
child in the chest.
That's
a 3-year-old.
No.
A bully. You bitch ass nigga.
And one thing I will say, though, you brought up Ray Rice. Ray Rice was already at the end of his career. You know what I mean? So that's, at that point, no one's going to pick his ass up. But Tyreek Hill, I mean, I'm not saying... I really hope that it doesn't happen. But it's a possibility. He's only 25.
Oh, yeah, around that age, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know if he's 25, but
I don't want that to happen. Right. It's still within reach.
But see, as far as the Chiefs, he's got to go.
Yeah.
Because of their stance on domestic abuse. This is a domestic abuse situation, because it's involving...
Who was that running back?
Kareem Hunt. He's going to serve his 6 or 8 game suspension with the rounds where he starts.
And now this nigga.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's when I started looking, I was like, damn, that man curse hitting different this year. Patrick Mahomes going to have another 50 touchdown season, but he ain't going to be throwing it to nobody we know.
Yeah. I told you, it's different now. It's like, I'm not going to injure you. I'm just going to fuck your whole team up. Try that now.
Man curse said.
What is fucking Super Bowl rings? Shit. Anyway, playoffs.
Give me a hell yeah.
Before playoffs.
Oh yeah.
In other news, in another Pay the Players, Dabo Sweeney, of course, is a 2-time defending champion coach with Clemson. He got himself a nice payday, $93 million over 10 years.
What kind of shit is that?
Deservingly so. It's only when we factor the players, but for him,
you know how I feel,
yeah. But for him, I'm not going to take away the fact from him. Mm-hmm. Deservingly so for him. Mm-hmm. It's just when you factor in not only the players, but Nick Saban. Nick Saban has a clause in his contract where when any coach makes more than him, they got to redo his contract so he can make more than the leading head coach. So you read $9.3 million a year for Dabo.
Making that call. Give me $100 million
Nick
now.
Saban is going to make just a little bit more than that.
Maybe $1 million more.
But there's no money for the players. So
At all.
Yeah.
At all. You know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, playoffs.
Give me a hell yeah.
The Oakland's home. Look,
man.
You talk about a great comeback. You talk about being poised. I like what him and CJ McCullough have been saying throughout the playoffs, which was They didn't run from the back-to-back sweeps that they got over the last 2 playoffs. They took it like men.
Yep.
Went back into the gym.
Yep.
Said, "This is what we gonna do." And I'll be damned if Dame Lillard didn't take that "I've been busting your ass for a while" comment to heart that Westbrook sent to him.
I was busting your ass
That
for
nigga
years.
said, "Okay,
Shit.
for sure."
And during the season,
Watch this, nigga.
I saw that live. I was watching the Sharks game.
And then he transformed into Dame Dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching the Sharks game, and I turned back. It was the final seconds. Okay, let me watch this.
I was in the gym, and the TV's in front of me. The left was the Blazers game. The right was the Sharks game. So everybody, at that point, everybody had started stepping off of machines.
Yeah.
Because they started coming around the TV. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to put this incline to 15 no more. Let me put this shit back to 0.
I gotta see this
and
shit.
let me just get a
Let me
nice...
just walk.
Yeah, let me slowly walk to this shit.
It's time for the cool down.
So then,
the Blazers game itself was perfect.
oh yeah.
It was a good-ass game.
So gets to the final. Fast forward to the final seconds.
I got you. I got you.
All right.
It's my expertise in my
Oh, yeah,
area.
this is
I
your
got
shit.
you.
Yeah, rest
I
is
got
mine.
you.
Yours is just.
Paul George tried to prove that he was playoff P, made a key bucket, but then he fucked up towards the end. You hate to see it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Oh wow.
Nah. Bitch.
No. So, he fucks up. Dame says, "Hi, yo fuck up is my come up, nigga." And that nigga stood behind as close to the goddamn half court line as you could imagine.
Staring at him,
Just
too.
staring at him and dribbling.
Just
So
like
at that point, you know he's not driving.
Yeah.
And he was looking at him too.
That's why I was tripping, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
why is Paul George
And
not
he was
coming
Get up on him.
Yeah.
And he was looking at the clock. We tied up.
And I don't know if you saw it, but when they started zooming into other shit, Seth Curry, that Curry bloodline, they just pure assholes, man.
And he
you
looked
thought
at
Steph
the
was an
bench.
asshole.
He looked at the bench and said, "Y'all going home.
Now watch this.
Watch this.
Yeah.
Y'all going home."
I'll be damned if Dame didn't look at him, not only put the shot up, but step back before putting the shot up. And that had the most perfect spiral I have seen in a while. And when that shit hit net, and that nigga walked away,
and said, "Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye."
I said, "Nah, fam. Nah, you got the... It was juice. You got the juice now."
I said, "Holy shit." And after that, the whole crowd just tackled him to the ground and shit like
His
that.
brother,
his
you saw
his brother.
You saw the civilians. Those was brother and sister.
Yeah. And then that part where he's on the ground, he looks up at the camera, and then it just pauses. that stare.
It was
It's emotionless, man.
It was
Like,
memes.
Just looked at him. Just looked. Nothing. He had no emotion. No nothing. Everyone's going crazy.
What made it even more poetic justice was when the shot went in. The first person that was there to stare at it was Russell
Westbrook. So how many playoffs is this now?
to see it.
How many playoffs is this?
3 in a row where he's out the first round. Coincidentally enough, 3 in a row without Kevin Durant.
Yep.
The first one I forgave. That was the first year with the triple-double when he was working with nothing.
Now.
Well, I shouldn't say nothing. We didn't know what Victor Oladipo was going to become.
Yeah.
Until he got traded to Indy.
Yeah.
But as far as everybody else, I excuse year one. Same way I excuse LeBron when he went when he took the Cavs to the finals the first time against the Spurs.
Yeah.
There was nothing. Eric Snow was not going to fucking stop Tony Parker.
Now
Larry
it's like,
Hughes, come on, bro.
Now you're looking at it, it's like you're the problem.
Yeah.
You were always the problem.
He ain't got no jumper.
He doesn't watch tape. That's how I look at it.
Honestly, I think that's bigger. Like the fact that he doesn't watch tape.
Practice.
I'll tell you this.
Mentally prepare, bro.
I'll tell you this. As much as not watching tape bothered me too, if you got a jumper, it doesn't fucking matter. You can keep yourself in the game.
No, you're right.
It doesn't matter if you don't know how to defend because in this day and age of this NBA, you just got to outscore. It's really not even playing defense anymore. It's just can you outscore the opponent when it matters. He ain't got no jump shot to do it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Motherfucker finished out the game 5 for 21 or something like that.
Man.
And then Paul George,
George
got his bum ass up on the podium talking about bad shot.
He sounded like the Night King. Sounded like the Night King.
Yeah.
He
Sounded salty as fuck.
He's like, it was a bad shot.
What the fuck are you bad shot?
No matter how you put
it looked good to me.
I was like, sorry, bro. Well, I guess you just got to regroup and go party at Chili's all summer.
Hey.
No. But again, you hate to see it.
You hate to see it. Anyway.
Now another rendition of "You Hate to See It."
So is this the equivalent of the pose that LeBron did when he looked at J.R. Smith?
No.
This was worse.
No.
Oh, about even.
Nah. It was just bad, but it's not like you can compare it to JR.
I saw the comparisons. That's why I saw
You
it
can
on
compare
Twitter.
it, but at the same time, it wasn't just him; it was the whole team.
Bunch of J.R. Smiths.
So the last 28 seconds of
I
Game
really
7
put it on
of
two people though. We'll get to that.
I mean, you could, but at the same time, somebody else could foul somebody. It's not just them.
I hear you.
The ball moved around the court.
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't just them two.
But it mostly stayed up top. That's
Right.
what I'm saying. Like,
But by the time it got down, somebody could have did something.
Yeah,
Jamal Murray literally went from the fucking key back to the 3-point line and put that shit up. The Spurs, they forgot to play basketball. Pop was too busy yelling at the ref, and then when he realized nobody was fouling, he started yelling at everybody. Foul! Apparently they couldn't hear him because of the crowd, which is another reason why we always say, if you just play in the regular season and win the games you're supposed to win, you ain't got to worry about home court. You have it. But
seriously.
And
they spoiled the last 28 seconds.
And they weren't fouling them at all?
And they were down by 4. That's why we were confused. We were like, "Why? Wait, what?"
And what were they doing?
I'm sitting here watching. I'm like, "Fam, no." Oh no!
Yes.
Oh, it's so sad.
You look at your face right now.
And I wish I could see your sarcastic ass face right now, bro.
Oh, they gotta go to the Alamo Dome. Oh no! Somebody said, "Oh, there's Acne Kobe. He didn't do nothing for you. Oh
no!" Damn.
And they lost. They lost.
That's so for Laker fans. That's a big ass.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Especially because there's rumors going around that Greg Popovich's been telling Monty Williams not to take the Lakers job if they offer it to him, the head coach.
Shit.
I don't know if you've seen the rumor.
I have not seen that one.
I don't know if it's true. I want to believe.
Dog.
I want to believe it's not true.
Yeah.
Because of what Pop represents when he speaks about, social issues. He's one of the very few white men that understands the plight of the black man.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I'm hoping it's not true, because I'm like, fam, it may be easy for you to get a fucking job anywhere, but for Monty Williams,
it's not.
With his skin tone,
yeah.
This is the first time we heard about him getting a head coaching job in years.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll see how that plays out.
Now,
so Nuggets and Blazers, they're playing right now.
Also, side note, you did say about you gave props to the Clippers for putting up a fight in Game 1. Well, in Game 2, the Warriors 3-1 is always going to follow them. No matter what, they blew a 31-point lead. Yeah. And that was funny to me. Even I'm not a fan. I'm like,
like Martina said last week,
you woke up the Undertaker. You woke up Kevin Durant.
You know what he averaged the last 3 games of that series? Even with the Game 5 loss, do you know what he averaged?
How averaged what?
He averaged 42 the last 3 games.
Dude,
that was per game.
Game 6, he fucking made 38.
Put up 30 in the first
points.
half.
I can't even say nothing bad.
I was watching that like
I want to.
He woke up like the Undertaker. That's the only way I can describe it. And then during halftime, the interviewer was all going like, "Do you feel you could score at will?" And he was like, "Yes." Said it so calmly, like matter of factly, like, "Yeah, I can."
When they won the second one last year, like it was more so. I was really off the fact where I was like, bitch move. He went to the team. I'm just looking at him like, you can't stop this nigga.
No, you can't.
Like, it really came down to, okay, if y'all calling him trash, and I've been saying it on this podcast, you still calling KD trash, you're just in your feelings at this point.
If you saying
because
that,
even when I've been clowning him this whole time, it has never been what he does between those 94 feet on the goddamn court.
What's off the court.
Yeah.
If you say that
like,
LeBron's...
With me, because I do not like KD. Just the same way I feel about LeBron. It's like, kind of like those same things. Like, when you're on the court... I know what the fuck you can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like off the court, I'll be talking my shit.
Exactly. It's like, you gonna talk shit. I'm gonna be quiet. When you go back on there, I'll be talking again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's just like, I don't know. It's like people still say that LeBron's better than him. And I'm going like, in these finals, he wasn't. Every time he stepped up to KD took his soul.
At this point, it's preference now.
Yeah.
It's only preference at this point.
He took his soul in the finals. Kevin Durant.
Oh, he did.
He took his
if
soul.
you're talking about when he was on the Warriors, yeah, but when he was on the Thunder,
as of right now, he took his soul.
You know what I'm saying? So
but remember,
there's a difference in teammates at that point.
Remember, you can't bash KD for going to one team doing that when LeBron had to go to the Heat and play with Wade and Bosh to take out KD.
I was talking shit too.
No, but
like, I've been consistent with that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that in general, where it was just his time. To take his soul at that point.
Yeah.
And to me, you can still factor that in because it wasn't like KD was only averaging like 19 and they kind of bruised through. The nigga was putting up 35 and busting shots in this nigga's eye.
In his face twice.
Yeah.
right in his face, and you call yourself the king, nigga. Swish.
Yeah. And so when he did what he was doing these last 4 games of the Clippers series, I'm like, y'all niggas surprised? Like,
I'm not.
Yeah, nah.
Y'all was putting y'all the same niggas that put your hopes in Deladova all those years ago. And then you gonna tell me Patrick Beverly's gonna be the one to stop him? Nah, man.
It was funny on Twitter how everyone, when the Warriors lost those 2 games, everyone's going like, "Oh, this might be it. This might be it." And then they woke up.
And then they said the same thing about the Rockets yesterday when they started the semis.
That they were going to take the Warriors out?
The Rockets were going to strip them of everything, and then the Rockets shot 1 for 14 from 3 in the first quarter, and I was like,
like Donald said, they are inevitable.
And the thing of it is that you can complain about the refs and all that shit. Let's keep it a buck. The Warriors were drunk.
Yeah.
Because while the Rockets missed their first 13 or 14 threes, at the end of the first quarter, the Warriors had like 9 turnovers. So it wasn't like they were playing their best game.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's one thing where it's like, y'all like, I'm tired of hearing about Rockets fans and like
I've been seeing like
Harden wants a fair one, but this nigga been shooting 27 free throws a game
and
bullshit.
Traveling.
All this was
not only that, but have you saw that one foul where Harden like threw his ass into it?
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
It's like, bro, you went forward just as much as fucking Draymond Green did. You know what I'm saying?
Chris Paul did the same thing.
Come on.
Tooted his ass to the side, tried to get the foul. I'm not calling that.
Yeah.
This is the case of the boy crying wolf and it finally catching up to him. This is the Houston Rockets. And somebody brought it up too. They were like, this team reminds me of the 2002 Kings. They got all the talent, but they just gonna blow up by bitching and complaining to the refs. And, not factoring in that the Warriors bitch and complain to the refs too, so they can use it to their advantage.
Especially,
It's the only reason why that game was close. I don't want to hear nothing about the fouls.
I didn't watch the game. I just kept looking at the score because I was at work, and I was like, "Oh, they're keeping it close." But they were playing catch up the entire time. The Rockets.
This is my take. It was a terribly officiated game, but it was on both sides, so that made it even. The outcome was the outcome.
Game was the game.
1 for 14 for 3 the first quarter.
That's unacceptable.
After the last time they saw in the playoffs, they went 0 for 27.
That's unacceptable.
That's Game 7.
That's unacceptable.
So factor in that at 2 time points in this matchup in the playoffs, these motherfuckers have shot 1 for 41 for 3-pointers to end a game and to start a game.
That's unacceptable.
That's crazy.
I don't know too many teams that's going to do that and beat you. I don't know.
Nah.
We still got a series, so we're going to see if they can do it again in Oakland. Was it tomorrow? I mean, on Wednesday? Tuesday?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
Now when we get to the East, I try to tell niggas, Giannis is the MVP, and that's all well and fine. That's cool.
Yeah, good for him.
When you get the Leprechauns, also known as the Celtics, when you get them going and they're in motion, it's a wrap. You got fucking Mamba 2.0 running the point guard.
Yep.
Gordon Hayward is now catching steam, and he's coming off the bench. They disrespected Giannis so fucking bad. They sent the big men on this nigga. They didn't even send the athletic niggas to guard him. Wow. And at the end of the first quarter, this nigga had 1 point.
Damn.
To his credit, Horford is a great defender.
To his credit, yes.
Yes, he is a fucking great defender. So putting him on Giannis, that's not far-fetched at all.
Al Horford is icy hot compared to the young, youthful legs of Giannis, though.
Oh, no, definitely that.
So, Giannis should have been spinning, doing all kinds of shit to get away from Al Horford, as far as I'm concerned.
I hear you.
That's all I'm saying.
No,
but that's the case where he had a jump shot.
Yeah.
And had he developed it this year,
right,
then you could kind of compare him and call him the East Coast, like the East Coast good value KD. Because, he's just not there yet. I'm not calling him a bad player. He's going to get there. But a lot of motherfuckers was piping him up too much. And I was like, look, that team benefited off of other teams doing transactions and getting hurt. And they got the same coach that the Hawks had, Budenheimer, or whatever his name is.
I know what you're talking about.
Al Horford's former coach. You would think that, Al could give him some intel. It was coming. I saw that shit from my way. I'm looking at that. I'm like, if this series goes 5, it'll be lucky for the Bucks.
I agree with you.
Six max. I don't see this like.
Well, the Bucks gotta win one.
They had another injury. They had another injury going towards the end of the game.
Who? I didn't see that one.
I don't know, but somebody else they reportedly left the court. Brogdon's already hurt, and he's not that much of a factor to begin with.
Yeah.
So they're catching the injury bug at the worst time.
Shit.
So, as far as I'm concerned, you got that. And then even though the Sixers won today against the Raptors, I got Raptors-Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. Raptors look damn good. I didn't see this game. They only lost by 5, so I'll go back and see the highlights of it. But
Was
Boy,
that
Kawhi
a
Leonard.
home game tonight?
for the Raptors.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
guess that series officially started then.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't want Drake to be in the finals.
Huh?
I don't want Drake to be in the finals. Just on sidelines and shit.
Hey man, you need to stop saying shit like that because people really think that you hate Drake.
I was just about to say.
I hate Drake.
I know I do. I do too.
I was just about to say, like, you spent all day defending. I don't hate this nigga, and I was like, I don't want him to be in the finals.
I just said that just to piss people off. You know me.
I would love to see if that curse holds up.
Oh my god.
Because if it's a foregone conclusion, the Warriors is going 3-peat.
Man,
What does it matter?
watch him just wear a Warriors jersey.
That might be a scene. That actually might be a scene
Bro,
for a Canadian team to hit the finals, too.
Yo, if he wears the Warriors jersey on purpose, knowing the curse,
and it backfires.
no. If it actually works, bro,
That would be some
like,
funny
oh my god.
shit. That would kind of scare him. That should scare him.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he would do it too. That's the thing. I
Yeah.
could see him doing it. But then it backfires.
But then how about Saturday? So remember, it was game 1 of Raptors Sixers, and then game 7 Spurs Nuggets. How about the Spurs losing out and having to go home that night right after Kawhi put up 43 or 45? Who won that trade?
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
Hate to see it. Hate to see it.
Oh well. Meanwhile in LA, we on vacation.
Living our best life.
Hey man, LeBron living his goddamn best life. Yes,
As he should.
Fam, I was so upset we wasn't going to the playoffs until I seen how much rest this nigga is getting. And
Told
then
you.
when First Take had this segment on LeBron don't trust the front office anymore, and this nigga watching in the fucking Lakers weight room, and then starts filming it, and then he playing Nipsey Hussle Hotel Suite in the background, and he's laughing at everybody. I'm like, oh, this nigga's coming back plus 9,000.
He said, just,
oh yeah.
He said, just not true.
I was like, oh yeah. Oh, he's coming back. He knows something. We're good. I'm good. Yeah.
Zion's coming.
I'm good. Something's in the works, and I feel good.
Happen.
Yeah.
Something's in the water.
Yeah, so he's doing that, and then HBO, they're gonna start doing pre-production for the Showtime era Lakers. They're gonna do a whole TV series,
Oh, a TV.
and not a
yeah.
documentary. It's a TV series around the Showtime Lakers.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's interesting. But we still waiting for 2020.
I wonder who's gonna play AC Green.
Oh, so it's gonna be a TV series.
Yeah, no, it's a drama. Yeah, it's a series.
Oh,
It's an original HBO TV series.
that's how
It's
far.
based off of I forgot what the author was, but it's based on his book about the Showtime Lakers.
Oh, so damn, that's fire. Lakers so fire they get.
I think they're just gonna get AC Green to play AC Green.
Bro, I mean, he still looks the same.
I was gonna say he's still a virgin as far as I know. So
Who do you see
Oh,
play?
shit.
Who do you see play Magic?
I don't know. And I'm not saying AC Green's a virgin in a bad way. I'm just saying, well, shit, he still ain't known the pleasures of flesh yet, so you might as well get him into.
Get Winston Duke to
You don't
play.
want to get an actor that
Hey.
fucks on set and ruins the. I ain't gonna believe that. Don't get a nigga that I know is fucking out here to play AC Green. I'm not gonna believe it.
Yeah.
Get Winston Duke to play Magic.
Nah, he's too big.
Umbala? Oh, okay.
Nah, he's too big.
He's way too
Fat
big.
Magic didn't happen until 92, 93.
Oh, okay, well.
No, 95. That's when he came
Yeah.
back. That
I wonder how far they're gonna go. I wonder how far they're gonna
Seriously,
go.
though.
Damn, that's fire. That's fire. I wonder if Kobe's gonna probably help executive produce. That'd fire.
Kobe ain't doing shit with that.
Yeah, he ain't doing shit.
Kobe doing books about basketball wizards like it's Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Harry Potter on a basketball court. I'm not mad at it. Respect it, but that's his lane at this point.
Yeah.
For now.
Wild day in sports, wild day in meat, and wild day in just TV and shit. And then it's been a slow year in music so far. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Wait, there was music?
I know, right?
Was there?
There was actually a bunch of music we missed.
Really?
Steve Martians from Internet.
You dropped it out.
He dropped a solo joint. Somebody else dropped some music too. I just didn't get to. It was Kenny Beats did a joint for.
I saw that. I saw some of that.
What's her name? Man, I'm drawing a blank.
What she look like?
Rico Nasty.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And everybody was telling me the joint was dope. It was so, and then it was so randomly. Fucking Azalea Banks tweeted this nigga out of nowhere. It was like, when you're tired of putting your white influence on black artists, maybe I'll think about letting you do a session for me. This nigga's like, huh?
See,
there was one album I really wanted to get to. Casey Veggies and Rocky Fresh.
Yeah. No, that's not new. That's the mixtape from years ago.
No shit. Yeah. Really? Oh, fuck all that then.
that was a Dead Pimp special.
Yeah, no, I was like, wait.
No, that was the Fresh Veggies.
And I wondered why it looked familiar.
The Fresh Veggies?
Yeah,
that was a mixtape.
Off the weed.
They got me. All right, what about Slim 400? Is that a...
I want to see Slim 400. I want to see what I actually like.
I want to see what's up with that.
I'm still not listening to For the
your favorite.
Oh, yo, MC dropped. Yeah.
No, there's a good bunch of music. But there was one that, you know.
And Sneak from SOBRB, the affiliate, he signed a Def Jam. He put out a mixtape.
Was it good?
I haven't gotten to it yet.
All I cared about was
I've been busy, man.
Boy.
It's a busy ass weekend. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, yeah, it was. I didn't care about nothing, but all I care about was this dope. ScHoolboy Q. Yeah. Third album. Crash Talk.
Fifth album.
Fifth album? Oh, yeah, fifth album.
It's just the third major.
I keep forgetting about habits and contradictions. But
setbacks.
And setbacks, yeah. But Crash Talk, his follow-up of Blank Face.
I'll be the first to admit, as probably the biggest ScHoolboy Q fan here, it's definitely a step down from Blank Face. I would even say it's probably even a step down from Oxymoron, which says a lot.
Yeah, it's a step down from Habits and Contradictions.
Well, I don't even compare Habits and Contradictions to me as his best album. So
that shit's a fucking classic, bro.
Damn. So what about Setbacks?
Setbacks was cool too. I would probably say it's probably on the lower end. Ooh. But even then, there's something about it where I was like, I'm not gonna compare it to the Jack Huncho project, because even then I was like, this is just pure mediocrity. But I could fuck with it just because of the sounds. He was still in his bag on certain records on here.
What?
I'll definitely say that.
Like, Gang Starting, he's one of the best at having those intro tracks.
Yeah.
Gang hit, and I was like, damn, all right, here we go. But then when it transitioned to Tales, and then he started getting very introspective, and I was like, that was actually a nice, dope turn. Like, I dig that. And then later on,
the two standout tracks, though.
Well, those are... Those were
singles, and there was, I know, but it was there, but it really threw it off to me.
Yeah, but
really did.
Later on, it was 5200, Black Folk, Dangerous with Kid Cudi humming on that bitch was nice. that was nice. And then Attention. I thought Alchemist did Attention, but it was Nez and Rio that produced that.
No shit.
Yeah.
For me, the standouts for me was Drunk, Lies with Ty Dolla $ign and YG. That was fire. Crash with the fucking what was the sample he used for that? What was it? Oh, the Royce the 5'9" sample.
Oh.
Yeah. And Water.
And he said it like that too. He's like, water. Like, I was like, what?
Yeah.
They said it was 21 cool. Savage? What the fuck's going on?
I only listened to this like a few times, but yet again, like every other ScHoolboy Q album, it has to grow on me.
I'll be the first one to tell you this isn't one that's going to grow on you.
It's not going to happen.
Like, Blank Face grew on me. Oxymoron grew on me. Habits and Contradictions grew on me a lot. This, it's like, he should have sat back on this.
Yeah, man. I'm just going to say, like I said from the jump,
I don't know
when I first heard Num Juice,
when
I first heard Chopsticks, what did I tell you guys? I was like, it didn't sound like Q.
I acknowledge that because
he's versatile as fuck.
Yeah,
but these just weren't him.
Because JC, I was with JC. I thought Num Juice was gonna be like a second half, like it was the first half, and then there was gonna be a second half. No, that was it. Second half was fucking Drunk, and I was like, that's the second track. Oh.
Yeah, that was. I didn't like the transitions neither, bro. It was just like, what's going on here?
I mean, Kendrick was all over the album. That was cool.
Yeah,
but
I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, the two singles that came out, they stuck out like a sore thumb, pretty much. Yeah, like
they really did.
Just was not it.
They stuck out.
I mean, but the rest of the songs, I had no issues with them. The rest of it was Q, which wasn't to that quality. You know what I mean? Like that high quality, the bar that he set for himself. You know what I mean?
Maybe because I was off the high of Endgame and Game of Thrones and shit.
I listened to it before all that shit.
Yeah,
because I had days.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I had days in between.
Yeah.
So I listened to it like I said, Friday, the whole Friday actually.
Like I said, it's not. These aren't up there.
Yeah,
they're
compared to all his other shit,
so it's not one that's going to grow on you. But again, I just liked it from the standpoint of
give it a
Chopsticks
shot.
and Num Num Juice. Like I still like Num Num Juice. I definitely
I like
thought it was
it.
going to be a continuation of
Yeah,
something.
that's why I was disappointed that it ended so quick.
Chopsticks actually was middle of the road.
Same here.
As the single when it dropped, it's actually grown on me, and I think it's just because of the hook.
Yeah.
Chopsticks.
That's what I was getting at when I said it originally, where it was more like a Travis Scott song.
Well, no, I wasn't.
Schoolboy.
I wasn't saying more so because of Travis. I was just thinking just the melody of the hook in general.
Okay, gotcha.
Because to me, I still disagree in that Q still floats on that pretty well. So I still look at it like it's a party version of Yay Yay.
Yeah,
Same cadence. It's a party version of that record. So that's where I come in.
Yeah.
And then all the other introspective records he does what he need to do.
Yeah.
Black Folk is a great fucking record.
Other than that,
but I mean, like I said, it's a middle of the road album.
So who's next from the Schoolboy? From not the Schoolboy, the TDE, because you know TDE, they're gonna be dropping other people. Isaiah's next.
It's either Isaiah or they're gonna go to Reason again.
Man,
but Reason he recently was on Twitter and they were asking him about, it, and he's like, "I'm done. It's just I guess just gotta wait for my turn." So that means it's either Isaiah or Absol.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know Top Dog says, "Hey, you done when I say you're done. Keep recording." Okay.
unless that shit's really turned in, and he's just like, you just happened to come in when we got 3 other acts that we got to get going.
And you never know how he was. And depending on how the response is off the whole fucking what's it called, the Dream Chasers shit. Yeah. So we'll see.
Dreamville.
Revenge of the Dreamers.
Revenge of the Dreamers. Yeah, my fault. Anyway, there was some anniversary. We don't like talk about anniversaries unless it's a fucking even number or odd.
Yeah, it's got it's not even an odd. It has to be a multiple of 5.
Yeah, multiple 5s. Yeah,
no, that's my rule of thumb with that. But there were 2. There's one we missed last week, so we want to get to that, which is
Deeper Than Rap.
Rick Ross, Deeper Than Rap. I have to admit,
that's his best album.
Port of Miami. I was like, all right, I could kind of dig him. He got some cool joints on here, but it was pretty skippable for me. Teflon Don though was an album where I was like, wasn't expecting that from him. He's got some really good records. The Nasty Joint with R. Kelly, one of the singles. But then when he hit Boss with T-Pain, I was like, oh, you got it. And then the first Maybach Music.
You talking about Teflon Don or are you talking about...
I'm sorry, not Teflon Don.
What was I about to say? Trilla, there you go. I was about to say, yeah. Like, what?
The first Maybach Music...
I got a little confused too.
The first Maybach Music with Jay-Z.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the single with Nelly and Avery Storm. That's when I was like, all right, it's not just, straight up hard Miami bass with him. Like, he's got something. Then Deeper Than Rap dropped, and I was like, I believe now.
This is his best album to me. This is the only album. If anyone ever asked me what was Ross's best album, I'll say 3 albums. And number 1 would be Deeper Than Rap. You can literally...
I put Teflon Don above this one.
Yeah, to me it's Deeper Than Rap. Teflon Don,
it's a toss-up between those two.
Well, to me, you can say Teflon Don, but I remember I didn't like the original listing, so I remember there were certain songs that came out that he didn't put on the album, and I put it on there, and it sounds like a mwah, but it didn't happen, so this is my shit. But the Deeper Than Rap, that's just mwah, perfection to me. Mafia Music, that's when he set that little bait to 50.
Curtis Jackson, baby mama, I ain't even pay a cent.
Hey, stupid motherfucker, or whatever. What do you say? Stupid mother, whatever. That one, Maybach Music 2 with Kanye and who else was on T-Pain?
Kanye, T-Pain, and fucking Lil Wayne. And the dopest thing about it, I don't know if you've ever seen the behind the scenes of Justice League making that joint. Fam, go back and listen to it. Each part of the verse catered to each one of them niggas' styles back then. Wow. So when you listen to Kanye, it's more electronic sounding. Yeah. When you listen to Ross, it's more of that luxury type shit. Yeah. When you go to Wayne, it's when he was playing the guitar, so they threw that guitar in. Yeah. They purposely catered all those parts to each one of them.
Justice League, they're really underrated.
Disgusting.
Magnificent
with John Legend. That's still an anthem.
Yeah, it is.
Still an anthem to this goddamn
Usual Suspects with Nasty Nas, man. See, Rich Off Cocaine, that was crazy. Laid Back, oh damn. Bossy Lady with Neo.
Gunplay still in the show with his feature.
Oh man, the whole album just all around. I remember listening to it and I was like, and he had the soul beats and shit. And I'm like, because the only trap song on there was Mafia Music. Everything else was like soul throughout the whole shit. And I'm like, okay, Ross, you got something. All right.
I still love the beat to Yacht Music or Yacht Club. Yeah, that mother. Oh my god, that and then the hook.
Yeah,
it's so Island Soul, because it was a reggae artist that did the hook. I
Yeah.
forgot what his name was, but to just hear that, it was just at that point where I was like, oh no, I fuck with Ross heavy. And this was in the midst of the CO shit coming to light, and at that point I was just like, you know what,
fuck it.
See, Al Pacino, we say, has a hood pass or whatever, but that nigga ain't pulling a strap for nothing.
See, that was around the time period where I was kind of just like, yo, you gotta live out your raps and all this shit, and he's lying about it, blah 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 blah. Why y'all fucking doing it? And people were saying, hey, the music is good. Now, when I got older, went back and re-listened to it, I was like, this is really good music. So shout out to Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Can't wait for what was it? Port of Miami 2?
Port of Miami 2 is later this year.
Damn, it might come out.
I'm still hoping him and Nip were able to get together,
bro,
and get one,
at least one.
Well, because the reason why I bring that up is because Ross posted something months ago, and then Nip was in the comments, and he's like, "Yo, I need to be on there," and then Ross commented back and was like, "I got one for you."
And Rick Ross has a great ear for beats. Him
and and Nip and Ross have done 3 or 4 records with each other. You know that chemistry.
Him and Hove literally have the great ear for beats, and Nipsey too. God rest his soul. Also, it was a 25th anniversary of Southern Player Catalytic Music. Catalytic Music. From Outkast. Came out in 1994.
Damn.
Southern stank, man. Southern, that's just Southern stank. This shit was funk
music
put in forms of Atlanta rap.
Timeless music, man. Timeless. Kind of crazy how Players Ball is a holiday theme.
Players Ball was put on the Christmas album, and that's what propelled the momentum to go into this album for them.
It doesn't even sound like a holiday song, but when you listen to it, you can kind of hear the Christmas melody on it, but they ain't rapping about holiday shit.
Well, no, they are. They are. It's just their version of their Christmas being broken in the hood.
Yep. Yeah. Man, get up, get out. Fire.
I mean, when Ain't No Thing came on from the jump, and that fucking beat hit the way it hit, and Dre just came on. A nigga ready from the get-go. Bow! Y'all hear my shit go. And then kept going. And kept going.
Kept going.
I remember the first time I listened to that, I was 9 or 10. Of course, because, I was only like 4 or 5 when it came out.
Right.
I was like 9 or 10. I remember just listening to that like, yo, this is dope. This is
why
fucking
y'all tell me
dope.
about this? Like, did you slap somebody? Like, you just saw some cheese?
And then when
Arsenio Hall shit?
And then when Big Boy came on, hey nigga, you softer than silicone. Used to pump up thick like, bruh, nah.
What's going on here?
Hold up.
What's going on here?
Hold up. And then they go
Oh
into,
my God! Okay, it's happening.
Just hit
Everybody
everything,
stay
bro.
calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay
everyone?
calm.
What's the procedure?
Stay
and then they go into Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music, man. The title track.
Dude, that shit's so smooth. Oh my God.
Man.
Just listen to this album, I just get the taste for grits and greens. I don't know about you, but every time I listen, I taste soul food when I listen to this record.
It's a great album, man.
It really is.
Call of the Wild, which had CeeLo. Of course, Goody Mob was floating all throughout, and then you get to Get Up, Get Out, which is an album cut that's highly favored among their discography.
And one of my favorites, Crumbling
Earth.
Earth.
I wonder why.
We know.
You know.
If you know,
you know. Man, they need to get back together, man. Well, Andre needs to stop being just a big old meanie and just get back with Big Boy. Because Big Boy dropped how many solo albums now? 6? 3. Damn.
Drop 3.
And you just do one more album together. The last album they were together was Idlewild soundtrack, and that was it.
Yeah.
But
see, I don't want them to do it because if Dre's heart isn't in it all the way,
that's the thing, man.
You can't be all in. Force them to do it.
And it's still cool. That's good. I remember how much of an asshole he was when you remember Frank Ocean released Pink Matter, right? Yeah. And then Big Boy was like, because originally it was supposed to feature Outkast, but Andre was like, nah. If we're gonna come back together, it can't be on a Frank Ocean record. Yeah. And then Big Boy added his verse, and he was like, "Nah, that's not a real Outkast record." I was like, "Man, shut up! It's an Outkast record, nigga."
But I felt him on that.
I know, but
you
still,
can't. Outkast can't come back featured on Frank Ocean.
Nah. I know, but it was
if just not even that, bro. It's got to be someone that they came up with. You know what I'm saying? Like if it wasn't like Goody Mob or CeeLo or something.
I thought it was gonna happen at Coachella. Remember when they came back together for the Coachella shit? Outkast.
Yeah, but I didn't think they were going.
I thought it was gonna be something. I thought at least an album or EP, something.
Nah,
they ain't doing EPs, bro.
Right,
I know.
But I think that's one of the things why I appreciate them as a group.
Yeah,
because nothing's getting forced with them.
Nah,
nothing.
But and then the dope thing of it is, like the dope thing of it is that everybody wants to run to, they beefing, but then you go outside the stage and the booth. And they're at each other's kids' graduations and everything.
Brothers.
They're like legit, like
brothers. Yeah. Of course, they're gonna be.
But again, that just goes down to the age of the social media age, where you have to prove to everybody every single fucking day that you're cool with somebody. Versus it being, look, we taking like 3 pictures in 5 years. But that's my nigga.
Big Boy still has me blocked on Twitter, and I still don't know why to this day.
That's wild. You must have said something.
No, but I'm not the only one. There's other people he's blocked.
No, but what I'm saying is to get blocked by Big Boy, like it's got to be something. Because I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember his interview with Kerry Champion on SportsCenter. That nigga. You have to say some shit to block because she brought up his cat or his dog that he got for his ex-wife Holly Berry. And she goes, is she bad and bougie? And then he goes, she's dead.
Well, damn.
And it just got awkward. And he's laughing. He goes, yeah, it was my ex-wife's, but she got picked up by a falcon or something, and she's dead.
Wow. I think I remember that. No, but the thing was, I never added him. That's the thing. I don't add him, and I never said like Big Boy. I never typed it out or nothing. Wild. See, and he blocked other people too that my followers.
Joe Budden. I still don't know. I'm glad I'm back on the good side because I still have no idea to this day what the hell I said to get blocked the first time.
I don't even think he knows. See, Dr. Phil still has me blocked, and I still to this day don't know why. Yes, that's the
what are you talking about?
Oh God!
Why does he have you blocked?
I think the last thing I said to Dr. Phil, Dr. Cole, fucking Cole. I remember the last thing I said. I was going on a rant. And I'm like, man, don't come to me advice. That's what at Dr. Phil was for. And Dr. Phil probably saw that and was like, what are you talking about? He sounds like fucking. What's he sound like? Somebody.
Somebody said he played college football, and I was like, you imagine that nigga in the huddle?
Oh my God.
Let's line up in I formation.
That doesn't sound like Dr. Phil. Sounds like fucking.
It sounds like a GPS, dog.
Line up in I formation.
Phil does not sound like that, man.
But sound like that now.
Yeah, I guess. He has a podcast now. Doesn't matter. Anyway.
So
4 weeks.
Southern Playalistic or Aquemini?
Aquemini.
Because to me, those are their top 2 joints.
Not even Stankonia? Oh, that's number 3 to you?
Yeah. Stankonia to me was just too long.
And also,
that's a tough call.
When we get to speaker box,
26 tracks.
And then when we get to speaker,
no, I'm talking about what do you call it, between
Aquemini and Stankonia.
Yeah.
And also, when we get
this one,
Southern Play, yeah.
And then when we get to speaker box Love Below, like I've always said, speaker box is literally just an Outkast album, just minus Andre 3000, and Love Below is just Andre experimenting that gave birth to 808s and all these other experimental albums. But that's just me. Yeah. Everyone does not give Love Below that type of credit. Everyone talks about 808s, but it was because of the Love Below is why we got 808s and Heartbreak.
To me, I even ranked that shit.
I know, I can understand because you're like the fan, so.
Damn, where do I rank that? I probably put that right around Idlewild.
I
really fuck with the first, like them as a duo. All the albums leading up to that. So Southern Playalistic, AT Aliens, Aquemini, and Stankonia.
Perfection.
Basically,
honestly,
I mean, AT Aliens to me isn't necessarily perfection, but it's like 1 or 2 hit or miss.
I was gonna say it's raw, dude.
Yeah,
it's raw.
That Wild soundtrack is fire though. Fucking Hollywood Divorce, that was fire. That song was fire.
If I had to go with one, I'm likely rocking with Aquemini though.
And on that note, I'll take Southern Playalistic.
There you go.
There you go. Make it fair. Anyway, some sad news. Literally right before we got on there, when I was watching Endgame again for the 3rd time, Michael 4th time. Last week it got word that John Singleton had a stroke and he was in a coma, and it was looking really bleak. And today they pulled the plug on him.
Yeah,
he was 51 years old, man. That's fucked up, man. He made classic hood movies.
Yes, he did.
We call them hood movies, but
urban movies.
In respect, he made a lot of. They were coming of age.
Yeah, coming of age hood movies.
Like they just happened to star all black or predominantly black.
And he said he had the Hood trilogy. It was Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, and then it was Baby Boy. Those 3 were all, and he said it was like this own cinematic universe. It all takes place in the same neighborhood, in South Central. So it's like its own cinematic universe in a way. So I was like, wow, and it's crazy. When Jinx, when Baby Boy, when he originally wanted Tupac to play, what's his name, Jody. I'm glad he didn't.
Couldn't get him, so he paid homage and he did the bedroom.
I'm glad he didn't get Jody. I'm glad. I mean, you know, because he God rest his soul. But when I see Pac, I see Lucky. So for Poetic Justice,
depends though, because that would have been his second film with John Singleton. I would have had faith in that. Similar to Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
So who's to say that maybe they probably wouldn't have gone off and done that with a few...
Yeah.
Shit, for all we know, Pac could have been a fucking...
in action movies.
Hell, he could have had a role in this goddamn MC Marvel Cinematic Universe.
True.
He could have been Falcon.
He could have been fucking Nick Fury.
He could have been Nick Fury.
Shit.
Hey, he could have been a Jedi for all we know. That's more serious than a joke. George Lucas wanted him to play Mace for Samuel Jackson.
Also, it's not in the notes, but R.I.P. to John Havlicek, bro.
Yeah.
79 years old.
Yeah. Basketball player.
Former Celtic.
But, yeah, John Singleton, he also did another shit. Because of the Michael fan, he was the only director. The only director to film a movie. This was a short film. That's how Michael called it. And it was the only film that depicted black people as kings and pharaohs and queens in the Remember the Time video.
In Egypt.
Not no white people.
Which, you know, you kind of would expect it considering the continent that Egypt's on, but, you know.
Africa!
Yeah.
What do we know?
The only, as of right now, I've not seen no other film that has depicted black folks as queens and pharaohs in Egypt. Because they're going to make a Queen Cleopatra movie and get Elizabeth Taylor and make another one feature another white person. But, you know, the fuck do I know?
I saw something stupid regarding, last week, was regarding John Singleton's stroke when he went into the coma. It was just one of those cases where it's like, damn, this is a case of when you're trying to be too woke and you just show that you really just a fucking sleep your damn self. Nigga was like, this shit don't sit well with me. It don't even sound right. When's the last time you heard of somebody having a stroke and going into a coma?
What?
Like, what?
All the time?
You know that's
don't do
one
it.
of the serious side effects that doctors and nurses
you see this
fear
on,
for the patient.
You see this on Twitter and, of course, Facebook.
Yeah. I was like, that's the fear of the next step going. No, because sometimes I choose just to look at stupid shit like that just so I can realize.
You're like the administrator of that Facebook.
You realize,
so you have.
I'm kind of smart, man.
No, it wasn't that. It was all on regular Facebook. I keep shit like that because it's just like there's days like that where I'm like, okay, I don't have a bachelor's, but I at least know the difference between that. All right,
I have a brain.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But yeah, John Singleton, he did the Too Fast, Too Furious. He did Higher Education. That was a great one. He gave
Higher Learning was underrated.
Higher Learning, yeah. He did other movies too. He was. Well, thank God he did All Eyes on Me, because. But God bless the dead.
Snowfall,
yeah. Man, what's wrong with that show? Hey, he was the one that covered Pac's mouth when he was going bad on the Yo MTV Raps.
Yeah.
Damn, John Singleton. He did another.
No, he didn't cover. That was Ed Lover.
No, but he was there with them, and he was there. They were all telling him to chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's the end of rest in peace.
Definitely,
man, and he was from.
I want to give him a round of applause for playing this role. Damn, I mean, you just think about it. Los Angeles,
they lost Nipsey.
Yeah.
Now they lost John Singleton.
Yeah, that's rough because John Singleton played a key role in just the Los Angeles scene himself.
Yeah.
I mean, being at USC.
Dude,
the movie was Ricky was supposed to go to USC.
Right.
Dude,
he kept shit there.
He filmed Poetic Justice after the fucking LA riots.
Right.
Yeah, after the whole Rodney King shit. He still filmed it there. And scenes in the movie was the aftermath of that shit. That shit.
Can you imagine taming Tupac from Bishop right after the LA riots to go into Lucky? How much strength and
calmed down a lot for that role. Even though he was still behind the scenes, he was still wilding out. But on camera, he was like a regular ass dude.
Yeah.
It's wild. They could do it now. Put Demetrius Hill in that.
Shit.
But Demetrius Ship, my bad. If they ever do Poetic Justice like fucking TV show, just call that nigga. Put it on CW.
Yeah, I mean they did the same with Boomerang.
Are you watching that?
I haven't, but somebody told me that the main character is the offspring of Marcus and what's her name?
Yeah, and apparently Marcus raped the chick or some shit like that.
Oh!
And I was like, hold up, what? Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, well, but he never... He never did that in the
Next.
Anyway, Jay-Z did his B-side show.
I got 3 of them right.
No, but
3 B-sides.
But the reason why
You get a golf clap.
reason why I'm so pissed, if you hear my voice, I thought they were gonna stream on, fucking Tidal, but
No.
and because I saw Endgame on Thursday. Like Thursday night, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm not gonna go to my mom's play because she told me like, yeah, I'm gonna get you free tickets, don't pay for this. So, and I was like, ooh, okay, I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna trust her. So I had my day together. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch this shit. I'm gonna fucking wild out. I had everything prepared. Nah. All of a sudden, Tidal support said, yeah, unfortunately, we're not gonna stream it.
What kind of shit is that?
What?
Give me what I want.
You know that fucking clip on Twitter?
Yeah.
The SpongeBob clip where dude's looking and he goes, niggers. You're looking at that like, nothing.
You're not streaming Hov? Hov streams literally damn near all his really special shows. Those go to Tidal.
Everything.
Literally if he does a special show, if it's like a once in a lifetime shit, he goes to Tidal. This time he didn't go to Tidal, and I'm like, this is B-sides too.
I wasn't upset at the fact because I was like, okay, like.
So then
it's this weekend. What happened?
So let me read the set list, okay? Because Elliot Wilson made a playlist of the set list just to piss myself off.
You can get upset with the set list. I'll say what upset me.
Can I build up to it when I get to it?
Go ahead.
So he does a set list. JC got one right. He did do some shit from Kingdom Come. He did the prelude. He did Some People Hate. That pissed me off. Because I was like, oh, that song. Then he said, Don't You Know? I was like, Then he did Come and Get Me from Volume 3. That was one of my favorites. Then he did Jigga That Nigga. Then he did People Talking. I hear that people talking. That song. Oh, he did Lucifer.
Dear Summer.
He did Dear Summer. Yes, he got that right. He did Somehow, Some Way. He did So Ambitious.
And I ain't got no hook for this shit.
He did No Hook. He did Allure. He did Dislike Forever. He did Young G's. He did the What's Free verse, of course. He did Sweet American Dream and Success. He did that during the first one. Then brought out Nas, of course. Of course he's going to bring out Nas. He did...
I was cool with that.
I was cool. So
what pissed me off, and it pissed a lot of people off, and then seeing the footage of the crowd responding like, you don't deserve this shit.
He brought out
you.
Fucking Cameron. Not just Cameron. Jim Jones, too.
And Joel's in spirit. They brought his teeth.
Shit. They had the teeth in his pocket.
They performed Welcome to New York, and then I really mean it. And I was like, I
was so mad.
I saw it on Twitter, and I was like,
mad.
oh, you bitch.
No, I was pissed at that point.
He's like, why didn't you stream this?
That was a moment that hip-hop has been waiting on that. No.
What?
We're getting closer and closer to Jay and Dane.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting closer and closer.
Right,
and then you know what that means.
What?
They gonna go roll up, they gonna pick up Biggs. And then you know what that means.
Well, that was cool. Yeah,
they going to Calabasas, they gonna kidnap that nigga Kanye, and they gonna take his ass to Africa and fix him. And then The Rock is back, baby.
He's gonna be like Nebula. He's gonna be like Nebula. That's just all tied up and shit.
Yeah. Oh, working fucking cord attached to his fucking head and shit.
This is gonna be the Rock Vengers.
Hov shit. Hov did Marcy Me. He did No Hook. He did Adness. He did Show You How. The Pump It Up freestyle. I love the Joe. Hola, Vito, The Evils, Friend or Foe, you bitch. In My Lifetime, you... Okay, I don't want to read this no more. Why, Hov?
You're reading it because you're getting mad. I was like, let's just get to the...
It's content. He just did all the songs that
3 hours in. We don't need no more content.
For real.
I still feel he's dropping an album this year. His hair's too damn nappy now.
Oh my god, here we go again with the fucking hair.
Okay, he's turning 50 this year. I feel he's dropping an album sometime around his birthday.
December 4th on a Friday?
It's not. He can drop anytime he wants.
No, I'm asking.
No, it's not on Friday. I checked.
Okay. That's why I was asking.
I get you.
I know he can drop whenever he wants to, but at that point, you got to start looking at significant dates.
Yeah.
Well, they match up on a
It's
Friday.
not a Friday, but it's a Saturday.
Yeah, see? They dropped Everything Is Love on Saturday.
Yeah,
that is true.
They don't give a fuck about the Billboard no more. So
they don't. And he's turning. And Hov is rapping at a very high caliber, higher than anything he's ever done. Like now in his age.
Yeah, and he's getting better.
Yeah,
very better. That's what I'm saying. Scary.
According
better.
to Rory. I'm just saying.
Anyway.
So we. I feel shunned about that, but the video should be up soon. So
yeah, just clips.
I'll watch that.
You just have clips up.
Oh well, I'll live with that. Even though I'm so upset with it.
Whatever. Beyonce dropped Lemonade on all streaming platforms. That's cool.
Webster.
Are you happy?
Yeah, duh.
Just
Stan is now in the dictionary.
Yeah, it's not even fans no more, man.
This is hardcore fans.
Yeah,
hardcore fans.
It's called.
I think in part of the definition, it's pretty much fanship that is over extreme abundance or limits.
Yeah, that's what a stan is.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I wonder how Eminem feels about that. Like, damn, I made a song about a crazy ass deranged fan named Stan, and now it's in the fucking dictionary. They don't call them fans no more. We don't call them fans. We call them stans. That's what they are. They even have a TV show called Ultimate Stan or some shit like that. Like, shit.
Yeah.
And better get paid. Man, he should copyright that. I don't know why he hasn't done that yet.
Did you know Rugrats is getting live
Yes,
action?
I saw that shit.
I didn't know it was.
Wait,
I kept
what?
scrolling.
Yeah. Rugrats, they're going live action.
That's crazy.
They just got a director. So they got David Bowers, who was a part of Astro Boy and Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
I like Diary of a
Wimpy Kid, bro. Diary of a Wimpy Kid is that fucking shit, bro. I forget the little
1 and 2.
I forget the little Middle Eastern kid's name.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was hilarious. He's just sitting there, just like, don't touch the cheese, man.
Yeah.
And then he tells the story and he goes, wow. And he's just sitting there. This is a terrible place.
That's a show. That's a movie you should watch when you're high.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid is that shit.
It's funny.
It came out in my final year or two at Blockbuster, and of course we can only put on like PG.
Yeah, G movies.
Borderline PG-13 movies. I used to run Diary of a Wimpy Kid all fucking shit.
Hell yeah.
That shit's funny. It's so funny. The sequel's funny too.
Yeah.
Roderick Revenge. That's what it's called, right? Roderick Revenge. Yeah. Anyway, if you're at Coachella, hope y'all didn't kiss nobody because niggas got herpes.
And abundance.
Yeah. Oh.
You know you can catch that shit just passing a blunt, right?
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Exactly. That I bet you 11,000. 11,000. I bet you that's what happened.
Not all.
Not all of them.
We know what happened.
But no, of course. They was fucking in the tents, of course.
In the tents.
Yeah.
They was fucking in mud pits and shit.
That's what I was about to say. The grand, like, it don't even matter where the fuck they were at.
Have y'all been
probably in the middle of a fucking concert?
Have y'all listened to that Kevin Abstract EP?
No, but I heard good things about it.
Yeah, I heard it. It's alright. I mean, if you're a Brockhampton fan, you'll love the 3 songs. I have this dude that follows me, and he literally, I guess he's their manager or something, but he literally retweets every positive thing said about Kevin Abstracts, and they're calling it album of the year, greatest album of all time, and I'm just like, I'm about to mute your fucking
because
message.
they I don't want to say it's not because of his talent. He's a talented artist.
Yeah, he is.
But it's the fact that he's openly gay.
Oh, he's gay.
So he's the one in the group that's
that makes sense. No
so I don't want to make it seem like
I get it. I get it.
Any praise you could get for somebody, so we can embrace him.
Yeah.
He's a dope artist.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's the one that I don't want to say he carries them, but because I can't find a better term, he carries Brockhampton. But I didn't get a chance to hear it. But I did see that this nigga went out and did a 10-hour walk or jog on the treadmill in front of his old house.
10 hours.
Yeah, in Corpus Christi. So he got inspired by Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Because when Shia LaBeouf went and spent them 72 hours straight watching his movies.
His movies, yeah.
He's like, I'll just do a 10-hour walk in front of my old house. And I'm like, all right. But then more when I started thinking about it, I was like, well, the nigga ain't got no worries in the world, so
fuck it.
Still.
If I had that kind of notoriety in that,
bro,
my fat ass could use it.
Yeah.
Hey, I agree with you. I'm right there with you, bro.
But then I started thinking about it more. I was like, nah, I'll probably be doing some nigga shit. I'll be eating fried chicken on that damn thing.
But you hear this? That's what happens when you try to run up on Bun B.
Salute that man.
Literally.
You know what? Thank God for stand your ground states. California isn't one of them.
Yeah.
So be it. But man, hats off to Bun B.
Yeah, this motherfucker ran up in his crib. I hope to God he didn't know that it was Bun B's crib, because if he knew it was his and still ran up into it,
you got a death wish.
Yeah, you got problems.
But he ran up in there and actually had Bun B's wife held at gunpoint. Bumby was upstairs. He heard the commotion downstairs, and he kind of put some fear. I'm kind of worried a little bit, but he should know I pecked that thing too. You come at me, you will get got. And that's what happened.
Got shot.
Bumby went down, shot that nigga in the shoulder, so it wouldn't be attempted murder. Smart man,
smart move.
Yeah.
And he tried to get away, got arrested, and
we don't have that conversation. It's too late to have it now, but we don't have that conversation. Top 5 or top 10 rappers were whatever they say on raps. It happened.
50.
We'll have that conversation.
Yeah, we have.
There's a lot I would put ahead of 50.
Now
a lot.
Not R. Kelly, but
there's just some stories, man, where it's so
just crazy,
bizarre and nasty and unreal, but you have to repeat it out loud.
So let's read this.
I'd rather not, but you can go ahead.
A quick synopsis.
Let me read the headline.
Go ahead.
A teacher is accused of enlisting a hitman to kill a 10-year-old boy he allegedly molested.
Now, this man in St. Louis apparently is disgusting.
Ugh.
He singled out the child when he was 7 years old and then had the child give him oral sex.
Ugh.
This is all done in the classroom, so I only think it, from what I read, I think it only happened once, and the kid went back, told his parents. Because the DNA and forensics was still under review, they didn't suspend this man, so he was still able to teach.
To teach?
And he went back and finished out his because he was a teacher's assistant at the time. So he wasn't even a teacher, he was the teacher's assistant. He was then still allowed to go finish and get his shit and complete to become a full-fledged teacher on this process. Then when it came time for the DNA to come close at that point, he then turned to his, I think he was 42, he then turned to his 66-year-old boyfriend
What?
To then hire a hitman to not only kill the child, but the entire family.
Whoa.
It just so happened that the hitman that they hired was a police informant. I hope this nigga lives 1,000 years.
Bro, that whole fucking story is disgusting.
I hope he lives 1,000 years. Usually you would want somebody to die like that, but I hope he lives 1,000 years.
In prison.
In prison.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's just one of those stories where it's so fucking egregious and disgusting, but you have to say it out loud so that way it's real.
Oh my God!
So, Endgame. Great movie, right?
Yeah.
The Stark House.
I'm like, the end game to this episode is not so great, bro.
It's the end game to that nigga's ass.
Shit.
Fuck you, DC. And that nigga.
Can you imagine working at DC and you go to the Marvel opening and you just look at all this and you're just like...
Nah, fuck that. Imagine how Terrence Howard feels. Going to his local DA.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Say, man. He looking at Jesse right now. You know, motherfucker. I wanted more money and I turned that shit down just to work next to side by your lying black ass.
Man,
I'm tired of this shit, man.
Stuffing the popcorn in his mouth like the tape.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
No, just imagine this.
He probably looking at him like, I'm telling you right now, if I was you, I'd whoop my own ass right goddamn now.
Come on, man.
Damn it, man.
Imagine him sitting up there looking at Don Cheadle, and because in the end they had them fucking the montage credits and shit. Yeah. He had to see Don Cheadle. Like, that was me, man. Edward Norton, he's like an artiste, so I don't think he's really that mad about it, but he missed out on a huge bag too. So,
yup.
Damn.
It wouldn't surprise me if Ja Rule turned down a role.
A Marvel role? Yeah.
I mean,
Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, he refused to come back for $500,000 for only 10 scenes for Too Fast, Too Furious. That's what he turned down. He turned down $500,000 for just being 10 scenes or less.
They're saying he turned down what's his name? Terrence Howard downplayed like $1 million a picture for fucking all the Marvel movies, like just for these Marvel movies or whatever for the Iron Man. He turned it down, but Don Cheadle took it. He was like, "Oh, give me that shit. Bag's a bag." And he probably got like a bonus or something.
I'm sure he got some bonuses.
Yeah.
Sure that we worked that contract.
Whoa.
Like, when these go into syndication, because there's got to be some in their contracts when it goes to Disney.
Dude,
Plus.
it was on USA. Dude,
when it goes to Disney Plus, there's got to be some in those contracts.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, they do the whole marathon on USA and Sci-Fi and shit. I mean, leading up to this, we're never gonna get them.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. So, yeah, I think about summer times like. Fucking 4th of July weekend or week, Memorial Day week or weekend, Labor Day week or weekend.
Yeah.
These damn networks could just be like, oh, okay, so
Let's
we're
do a
just
whole
going to run the whole Marvel
Marvel
Cinematic Universe for the entire week.
Whoa.
So you know how
I know. I didn't think of that till now.
You know how they do the, you know how they do the every Disney marathon, the every Simpson marathon shit?
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do with Marvel. They're going to do that. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Imagine how DC...
Crazy.
Imagine how DC feels. Like, that could have been Superman and Batman.
No, that should have been Superman and Batman.
You hate to see it. Oh, you hate to see it.
The fucked up thing is, had they just stayed with
the course
with Nolan and his direction,
Like what I
because the
said
thing that was that okay, Marvel did a great job building into the sci-fi realm. So they went more into okay, we know this is sci-fi, we know this is comic book.
Because even though when they were making Iron Man, there was other Marvel movies being made that was outside the universe, like Ghost Rider and then Punisher and the other Spider-Mans and the Hulks.
Right,
Yeah,
X-Men.
But
X-Men.
But what DC had with the Dark Knight series was they were more focused on realism.
Yes.
So they could have turned DC into a realist universe where it would have made sense in some way that Superman existed with Wonder Woman.
Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Man of Steel was the perfect setup for that.
Yeah.
If they would have did 2 more after Dark Knight Rises, they did 2 more Man of Steel movies, and then you bring in Wonder Woman, and then you go back to fucking Gotham and you focus on Nightwing with Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character. Because they set up a whole franchise with that. If you were to go back to that shit, and then you bring back Christian Bale, because this is another you hate to see it. I bring up that interview that Christian Bale did. As soon as he found out Ben Affleck was going to play Batman, he said he regretted giving up on the role.
Yeah.
Shit.
Damn.
You hate to see it.
Oh, yeah, shit.
You called the episode that you hate to see
Might as well at
it.
Might as well.
You hate to see it. Like,
Put a Stark on the throne.
yep, that's what he is. Like, Superman, like, you dealing with the bench. Not the X-Men, not the Fantastic Four, but Iron Man, Ant-Man, the Wasp. Captain America was like a 6th man. That's like James Harden. So
Just fucking Virginia getting ran by the 16 seed last year.
shit. You hate to see it. I saw a tweet that said Marvel do better.
How?
Make better movies.
About 22
How,
movies too late, nigga. Tell that to DC.
Yeah, do better. It was a Marvel. It was
Okay.
a DC mark too. That's the funniest part.
Of course.
Of course. You
know the fucked up thing about it too, I bet, and this is just me speaking without doing the research. I think the ratio is 3 Marvels to 1 DC movie as of now.
Yeah.
With the, everything
Yeah,
since then. If I'm not mistaken, I think you could take a movie that got pretty much an A grade, a B grade, and a C grade from Marvel, and I still think if you compared it to one of DC's,
It's better.
as an average, it would still rank
I'll
better.
say Iron Man 3
than a DC.
Iron Man 3 is better than Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, and that was pretty bad.
Iron Man 2 is better than Batman vs Superman.
Wow.
Iron Man 3 was so bad that I saw Iron Man 3 being bad from Iron Man 2, so I didn't even waste time watching it. No, I'll still.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I will never forgive myself for, and I'm not mad at Busby or Jerome, but I'll never forgive myself for going with them niggas to the movies instead of going to Oakland to go see Freddie Gibbs for Shadow of a Doubt.
Because I remember that when we saw Batman vs Superman was coming out, that's when them ratings were coming out, and when I saw how low them Rotten Tomatoes was, I was like, it can't be that bad. And then when we saw it, I was like, okay, it's not bad. It's just okay. No, it's just that's how I describe it. It's just ... Okay.
At that point, I was like, ...
Okay.
At that point, I was just like, why are we opening up a shitload of storylines and
In the second movie,
and this one I have no idea what's going on in this one with the main storyline.
like,
Why does Batman hate him besides him running through a goddamn building? Like, there's got to be more.
see, and people try to, and then they said, oh, there's the ultimate addition to 3 hour cuts. Like, I ain't gonna watch this shit. I only saw Batman. I saw Batman vs Superman twice. Once with y'all, and then I took Edgar, and I said, I'm never watching this again. Ever. I'm never gonna watch it. If it's on TV, I'll watch it. But
You saw that shit twice?
Well, cause I had to take Edgar. Edgar had to witness it.
Well, see, the thing is, I'll catch it. I've caught it, but they've always been on TNT. I gotta have commercials. And usually at some point, it's a good, nice movie to go to sleep to.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
For sure.
The only good Marvel movie, the DC movie I really do like that's better than than Captain Marvel is Wonder Woman. I like the Wonder Woman movie.
Wonder Woman was great.
Suicide. Everyone gives Suicide Squad
Didn't
slack.
Like Suicide Squad.
I like Suicide Squad. I kind of
rushed
like
that
that.
shit.
It was alright.
Yeah, they hella rushed it though. And you know,
Yeah.
and I forgot to mention, what's his name? John Cena's going to be in the new Fast and the Furious movie.
Yeah.
Wait, who?
John Cena.
I hope we can see him.
John. Oh, okay. I know.
I hope we can see you.
Oh, we can see him. You can't see him. And on that note, it's getting late, but this is episode 132.
132.
132 of the Illogical Sense Pod. You can podcast. You can always follow me on the Twitter.
And catch the spoilers on the Twitter.
At Mr. Busby408. You can follow the podcast on the Illogical Sense on, Instagram and Facebook. And you can follow us on Twitter on @illogical_SP.
All on my social media, JC No. I will be spoiling shit from this point forward.
$1.2 billion. If you have not seen
he'll
it,
spare you an hour.
I will be letting anything that gets to this magnitude ever again. I'll be letting you know the week before the time I'll be seeing it. So that way you have an hour after I've seen it to do what you need to do.
Niggas saying give everyone a week to watch this. What the fuck you talking about?
That, man.
Lupe said that shit.
A week.
Ways.
A week?
Oh, shit.
You
week.
hate to see it.
Niggas was divulging 48 hours later.
Not even 48. If you're on Sean McCoy, he ain't a team player.
Shit.
He spared it. He spoiled it 2 hours after he saw it. Rest in peace, Tony Duster.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the time frame JC is given, so, you know what I mean? It's not so far off, bruh.
See, you had Infinity War. Now, this is the end of an era. So it's like, I don't think this is a once in a lifetime movie.
This was one of those ones where you knew it was coming out, so you needed to take that Friday off.
Period. Or Thursday.
I don't feel bad for you.
I don't feel bad for you.
I don't.
Or just log off.
Or that.
Or you do
Yeah.
that. But I'm saying, if you was that serious about it,
No, yeah.
real ones at least had Friday morning off. So that way, if it came time to see the movie as late as possible, you can sleep.
I felt bad for if I was wanting to see the movie early, I would have felt bad. I felt bad for them because you knew they wanted to talk about it. Like if I saw it before you guys,
But that's what I'm saying. Like
I would.
When you bring that up, and like I forgot about how Rossi, how he felt. Too. When you bring that up, I'm spoiling for them too because it's like you can't know.
Wow.
You can't dictate. Just get off. Just get off of social media because them niggas had to wait 2 extra days.
But if you respect your boys and your boys say don't spoil it, hey,
y'all two get the fuck off. We told him months in advance. Mute the conversation.
No. I'm saying if you see the premiere before everybody.
No. If that's the case, I'm not seeing any of you guys physically until you guys see it.
Oh, okay.
But as far as this Twitter shit goes, no.
As far as this Twitter shit,
yeah.
Physically,
I agree with you, man. I'm with you. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I get you.
Oh,
seriously.
I'm Kyrie Irving. I don't owe you shit.
Obviously. I wouldn't have spoiled because I would have been like, damn, I want everyone to talk about this. But, I have, higher people following me and they're really petty. Those blue checks are very petty with stupid shit.
I'll be petty back.
I know, I'm always petty. That's why they hate me because they think I hate Drake. Every day, even though it was the 2-year anniversary of Drake, and I was just like, I'm didn't age well. Why do you hate Drake all the time? You hate to see it. Then I said, let me introduce you to my boy Martine. So Martine was giving social media.
Anniversary.
Oh yeah, you can follow me on all social medias at Beats Be Killing Them. Search on all your digital streaming platforms, Venomous, spelled VNMS. I'm out there, bruh. It's coming.
Spoiling the shit.
Yep. New shit's coming too.
Spoiling that too.
Yeah.
In your lyrics.
Hey, wait, hold up. What?
Spoiling the movie in your whole lyrics.
Spoiling everything.
Shit.
Spoiler alert. This is the whole,
I put out a 16-bar verse with just all spoilers.
So.
Just like at the end of Game of Thrones when the series finale when